everybody!
That's
me, Production Daddy Liam McKinnon coming alive.
Me.
Who smells like beer?
Maybe it's the banana.
Me?
Yeah.
I just put hair product in because I was fucking mess, so I just threw hair stuff.
I think that's
Oh,
what
I
it is.
can't paint.
Smells like beer.
Oh, nice.
I'm sorry.
Hair
It smells a
product.
little bit like vanilla or shit.
Hair
like
product plus banana equals beer.
that. Yeah. Oh.
I knew that's it. That's how they make it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Like,
Ben's gone.
Ben's gone. We kicked him out.
Nice car.
Damn it. So we're here now. Welcome to the Fun Stick Bunker campaign. Nothing's changed.
We're all exhausted now because of the last hour or so.
We've been doing audio levels and testing, and it's been really fun. And so,
That's all I wanted to do.
the announcements. Honestly, by the time this comes out, I don't think I'm gonna have anything going on. If it does, I've been a fringe play called The Mine. It's great. Come see it. And if you didn't see it when this came out, I love you. If you guys come out, I love you.
When is that?
So the Fringe show is, or Fringe is like August 17th to I think the 27th.
Okay.
Yeah, and then my show was 6 days. So I'm going to perform in 6 days, which is nice. It's a good show.
Which venue are you in, Liam?
I'm at the KDM Hall.
The Fringe.
Yeah, the whole Fringe.
Hey, your tenor voice is coming out. You hit that record button and all of a sudden the baritone is
I'm repressing anything that's happening to my voice right now. So after this is gonna be done, I'm gonna be like, ah.
I really wish you heard him when I first got here. It was
I woke up from a nap.
Hey, how you doing? It was so baritone.
Yeah,
I love it.
Liam knows how to be a showman. Liam knows how to repress his feelings in order to put on a good show for everybody.
In order to make money and be famous.
Alrighty, so we're here to play the Flex Stick Bucker campaign. I don't have any other good thing to say, I think, other than like this is gonna be great. I'm so confused. I'm gonna go grab some tea and I'm gonna organize some cards here. But while I do that, I want to ask: does anybody have any questions regarding their own character stuff?
Oh Lord.
So like which penis?
So-
no.
I was gonna say, so what do you want to yell at me for this?
6, right?
We'll figure it out.
6, right?
Monika, hey, at this table, we're not gonna find any. We're not having to think about that. We'll find something.
Yeah, it'll come. It'll come naturally.
I feel like we're being mean, and I don't like it. But I'm also like,
It's
every
alright.
session, I've rewatched our game recently.
No.
I
Custom
don't know the moment where I saw you say send us to the space that Faelyn knows to a genie when you gave him a wish.
We were going through shit.
I don't know how you were going through shit. I don't. It was glorious. Oh, everyone.
I just try my best and it doesn't work out.
That's all we can do.
Listen to a lot of ABBA
So,
and share.
well, I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna grab my C, and to do that, I'm gonna make that the transition to go into today's session.
Hey, God.
Keep quiet.
Sugar plum honey bunch.
Okay,
These don't matter anymore because
let's
I've shed a lot of this armor.
let's dive into the session today. I just realized I did not grab my important paperwork, so I'm gonna do that.
But you have your tea.
You're
I
doing
got
great,
my
Liam.
tea. That
You're
means
doing
that
great,
I'm
Liam.
killing it.
So I've made my mind.
I don't think we can sing these things like I don't think we can literally sing these things on the internet. I don't know.
I don't think we can play them, but can't
You
they?
heard the new
No.
album?
Like-
No, you can sing like a portion of it.
They've made a new album like 7 months ago.
No, I have not.
There are 3 songs on there that are classic ABBA.
Yeah,
The rest are a little awkward, but they're okay.
the rest are awkward. Good to know.
Yep.
When last we left off with the fuck stick fuckers, guys, boy oh howdy, you guys have been doing a lot. You guys had broken through in the astral sea in order to come to Faelyn's island of Monofore.
We were asking seamen, you might say. We were asked to come.
What an amazing experience that was. You all had been in this process of what's the best word to kind of say it? Like almost like external outer plane enlightenment and discoveries for yourselves, all at the same time of trying to find your way back home after retrieving your souls and trying to like get back into the material world. And you are successful now. To a point. You guys are in an echo plane right now of the material world, which is the Feywild. Specifically at Faelyn's homeland of Monofore. Now, one of the things with this island that you guys noticed, like you are all just kind of resurrected, went through the whole process of a couple days of recovery. In this time, you had discovered that you were in some kind of cult hideout that is belonging to cultists that believe in what is it? Sihenna Moonbow. Yeah, you good?
Yes. I just don't want to be covered, but I'm not seeing it.
No, I just want to make sure I was seeing it. I'm just like, it's awesome. I'm
I just want them to see like us, but like
perfect.
you know,
Perfect.
I'm trying my best, but I don't want it to like affect them. You can see me now. Wow, I got out of
We're thinking about you guys
Feel awkward.
every step of the way.
I can still.
Okay.
But before you guys could really get a grasp and a handle on everything that was going on, you were all in the process, or somebody came through that was a individual of Faelyn's past. Was Mutt Scorching
Mutt
Sands, I believe it was.
Mutt
I have their sheet somewhere, but it's not on
Never
immediately. But Mutt essentially was coming to all of you, noticing who you all were, and was setting up a defense at the actual cultist hideout. The reason that they were doing this was because there was an ambush. They wanted to like ambush a group of shadow soldiers that were wandering across the land, kind of like off into their own territory, and they were seeing them and wanted to intercept them. But they wanted to prepare for a big fight because there was potentially a lot of them. With the option of going on an ambush team or doing a defense team, you all opted to go on the ambush team and were able to sneak out and notice darkling creatures, gnolls. There were some shadow, like these like kind of like scarecrow shadow creatures, and you were able to and shadow dogs, and you were effectively able to kill all of them, which is wild. You guys stopped the entire ambush. From there, Mutt, along with a couple of weakened tribal warriors, they all began to gather around and recollect themselves to go back to the cultist hideout to be able to restock and replenish. Mutt promised to say that they would kind of explain some more as everything was going on, and you guys would all have a moment to catch your breath before having to move on fairly quickly. Short rest. So, as this is the case, you guys are now able to take, if you guys want to take a short rest, if you guys haven't done that just yet, you are more than welcome to do so.
Yeah.
You guys can choose how many hit dice you want to use for yourselves, just while I am getting all this beautiful stuff organized. Yeah, and then feel free also in this process to, while you're going through everything, like, to acquire whatever you guys are looking to get. You guys can grab the equipment that was from the shift in from the outer planes of existence to the material world that you guys were able to acquire. But also let me know if there's anything you guys are looking to acquire as well.
Yeah, I need armor.
In armor? Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Your chain G-string is enough? I'm thinking about it. Yeah, that's he has a chain G-string. That's enough. It's 13.
13. Okay, give me 1 second.
See what kind of penis options we have. Yep.
Nice.
Perfect.
All right. Jesus Christ. So, Richard, the armor that you can see within this given space, there's like a couple of cloaks, nothing that's highly substantial in the ways of armor. But there are some padded suits as well as some leathers and some they're kind of like the tribal warriors had these like little kind of makeshift sets that they have picked apart from like different kind of equipment like it's like a combination of tight vines but also like bounded leather. It's padded and everything. There's a lot that is there's a lot in that kind of stuff and like nothing like terribly elaborate sets. I will give you a heads up here. You are able to wear any armor sets that you want, but if you wear armor that you lack proficiency in, you'll have disadvantage on any ability checks, saving throws, or attack rolls that involve strength or dexterity, and you can't cast spells because your focus is completely on armor that does not work.
Then no, never mind. I look at the armor and I go, "Fuck that," and I walk in the other direction.
Any fancy arrows or bows?
Only the most fancy are the ones that you were able to have when you came through. Other than that, yeah, this is, okay. There's some short bows that they have on hand, but nothing like over the top.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Maybe I'll grab. Can I grab a couple of arrows?
Yeah, absolutely. You can add a couple extra arrows just to your little set for
I'll
sure.
replenish those then. Okay. Thank you.
You are very welcome.
I'm just gonna grab all this stuff.
I think is all useful.
I'm silly. I'm an idiot because I wrote my scrolls. I don't remember what they do. Oh, there it is. Never mind.
And
Yeah, so useless with mine. I think I wrote them down actually. Hold on. Cross portion. Oh, okay, never mind. Winter, wolf strength, break my shorthand. Okay. Well, I already have. Do I still have daggers? I have some daggers. Is there a dagger around?
Yeah, no, I think you searched a little while ago. There are like some daggers that you were able to acquire. Yeah.
Are there any cool daggers, or are they just pretty much simple?
I would say the one that catches your eye would be just a simple dagger that is made out of it's like stone carved. It's like a stone carved dagger as opposed to a straight metal. Like it's more of a primitive design with like bound taut, but it has more hard. It has the hardiness that you would have of a regular just like what is it? A metal dagger. Like it's like it's been crafted from the elements, but it's also like, pretty strong.
Okay, I want that. And then do I have time to put a what's that called?
Infusion?
Yes, thank you. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know the word, it's on the tip of my tongue.
I'm so professional. I got everything and I completely forgot I needed a pen.
Do you want my fancy sharpener? Liam, you want my fancy sharpener? It does a really good job.
I'm good.
You sure?
I'm good.
I can recommend it.
It's very cute though. I like that. That's fun. Reminds me of grade school when I see that. So sorry, what else do you need?
Do I have time to do an infusion on the dagger?
Yeah, I mean you guys are taking a short rest right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, you took a short rest and replenished. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point. Perfect. Yeah.
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 Cool.
Yeah.
You got me.
Sure. David, I think that the person is here. Are they here?
boiling hot pizza.
Pizzas?
It's so great. Like
Pizza Day is here.
Yeah, yeah.
Boiling hot is I don't know why I act the way I do though. I wish I did. I had answers for the way.
That you are?
No,
Because
I
you're
don't really
sad.
question why I'm single anymore.
Accept
Accept
and
it.
move on.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys are all kind of gathering yourselves up, Richard, you like spit on the ground at this one point. You notice like some of the cultists like keeping like an eye on you. Your marker, the silver mark for yourself, where is it again?
Your beard
Yeah.
is silver.
Nope, not that one.
There's you can go ahead and make an insight check for me if you want.
I'm checking. I rolled a 2.
There's an element for yourself of a huge level of distrust within this space. Like you're still unaware of if you're in this chaos realm of the abyss, like something is like tricking you. But I want to ask you, what is the thing for Richard that's causing him to get caught in this? What's the thing
Caught in what exactly?
caught in his thought and of like, is this not? Are we not out of it? What's the thing that's causing that has caused that? level?
It's just because it's the shake of reality where it's like we've been in so many realms. Like I don't know. There's nobody has told me where I am. Nobody can really prove anything. It's just like distrust because of how horrible shit was.
Yeah. So this distrust of reality is carrying over very much into just like a distrust of the general populace as well. You're not sure if any of these creatures, because when you're in the scopus of reality, a lot of the creatures within the layers have a motivation or an objective based on those that lead it.
Yeah.
You know, like Yanagu's people had a huge level of influence on that kind of realm.
Yeah.
In Yasgard, all of the denizens essentially were like motivated by conquest or destruction and death and all that.
Yeah.
So your levels of distrust for you are feeling confirmed, and with the recent like fight you all just kind of had, it's like you're being thrust into something that's like pretty overwhelming, and it's like you don't know who to trust.
Okay.
Now, as you're all kind of going through, you guys see the orc cult leader moving through space. So I assume that all of you are in needs of a little bit more information. So that's,
Fucking yeah.
Yeah, like all of the information.
I don't know if I can give you all of it, but I can give you some of it.
Okay, well, all that you're willing to give.
Right.
Where the fuck are we?
We're in the Feywild.
You are. More specifically, you are on the island of Monofore.
Prove it. Show me a map or something.
The orc does like go over to a one of the other cultists, tells them to go off into space. A few minutes go by, or a few seconds, I don't know, minutes, and they come out with this like wrapped up scroll that is it's kind of like a scroll holder, and as they kind of like turn this the ends of it, you can see that the map itself spirals out as if it itself was like encased in this hardwood, but then it itself, the exterior becomes the map that lays out. What you see is a map that spreads out, laid out onto the table for yourselves, or like even just like onto the floor. And you can see that there is a shifting, living, breathing map almost. One that is reflective of 3 different types of tones on it. You can see that this island expands far out, but there are the main things that are on it are spaces that are like twilight zones. There are areas that are kind of like these, lighter toned areas of grassland or forest. There's nothing that's necessarily too bleak or anything within them. And then there are these areas of like eclipsed purplish on the actual map.
Okay.
The orc speaks to you and says, "This here is our most recent map that continues to change as the landscape begins to grow and shift. It constantly evolves as the situation in our lands both improves and threatens to become worse as shadow begins to spread across the twilight reaches. And we are hoping that our twilight forces will be able to cement and hold the land and be able to claim more places for our, well, the inhabitants that stay here. The situation is becoming worse and worse. You can see that there are, go ahead, actually, Faelyn, you can make a history check.
I was just about to say, who might I?
Everybody else can, yeah.
I was gonna say, can I make any kind of check being from the Feywild, or is this more of a Monofore specific thing?
Monofore specific, but you can make a survival check to examine the map specifically. 9?
Yep.
Okay.
14.
14. Faelyn, you are aware of the like organic maps that come through from Monofore. There are even things that you keep on the material plane just so that you can keep up to date with them. They're that kind of magic where it allows you to be in tune with the material and the echo world. But it simply reflects the echo. And what you're seeing here, you don't understand it really, but you can see that there are small patches of shadow, but there are patches nonetheless. And it seems that many of them are spreading to the northwestern side of the island. And or if it was northwestern, I'm just trying to do this. It's like, so the island kind of breaks up into two main sections here, kind of like splits off into a space. The major part would be more northeast. So the northeast coast and the coves that are over there almost completely encompassed in shadow. It's not an extreme amount, but it is like a huge portion of that coastline is encompassed, and it's beginning to grow. There are small little pockets on the northwest. There's like a small little like space on the coastline that is also encompassed in shadow, and like little areas there that spread. And there are twilight areas, and you can see that the space where the Barblestone is kept in the main, like the main home of Marlowe, like the actual temples, the grounds in which you were summoned, that is twilight. That is in the twilight spaces, and it seems like a lot of area has reached from there. With a 14, you notice that Zummyar, the map and the control seems like the shadow is coming in more encased, enclosed areas. That's where the shadow seems to be coming through. The small circles that are separated are probably areas that are similar. Places you could have like an ambush set up and sneak in somehow. But it's weird because you don't know how, because there are some shadow spots, you don't know how they are so far apart from other areas. It's like there's some that could be like a few miles away from another space. It's like, how could that be that they control this area? Because all the twilight areas are like connected. Or like bleed into each other, and there's like unclaimed land because obviously, it's the people of the Twilight and the people of the Feywild would not want to claim every section of land. You guys are actually in a space that is unclaimed. The cultists don't have a claimed space. It's just part of the natural world itself. But it's odd to you to see these shadow areas.
Can I point that out to him and ask why that is?
The orc looks at you and expresses, I myself am not one of the traveling warriors. I don't know this. Mutt speaks up though and says, I can't say. And she looks at you with a level of concern. This is one of the things that we are trying to stop. We're traveling across to make sure that we can catch areas that we are feeling are in threat of becoming encompassed in shadow. And it's hard to predict, but we are working in tandem with many of the root speakers and making sure that we can actually find when there are problems. The biggest things that we're connecting with are the antenna trees, the main strongholds. And there is one that is about to be that they have been working at for some time. They've been working underground, so we think that that is their main source of travel. We don't know or haven't dared to travel along their tunnels, but so there are some that we've found, and we don't know what lies underneath them.
So, if you're going for a main, if you're kind of going for the bigger spaces, the main hubs, is it a hope of sort of a cutting the snake off the head and the body will die.
Well, the hope is that, unfortunately, we feel as if their strongest point is here. They gesture to the one northeastern
Like
scope.
the big pocket, right?
Yes, the big pocket there. We believe that this is where they have kept most of their control. The concern that we have, however, is that we have tried to send forces through here. We've tried to send forces through, and we have. I don't know what. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is.
I know
That's
exactly what that is.
This is clapping in another room. That's what that is.
Clapping cheek.
His cheeks flapping. Someone's throwing it back right now. That's how to take you out of the
Yeah, that'll do it.
That'll do, Peg. So you, Mutt looks and expresses.
Mhm.
When the growth started to happen, we were surprised. It was more like areas like coming up through here. We saw shadow spaces coming through, and we know one of the reasons for it. Mutt looks at you and expresses. I'm sure you remember Hawk.
Yes.
Hawk was a Furbolg druid that was connected with us. They were one of the guides that actually cultivated this land. And Hawk has turned on with the forces of shadow.
What?
That whole experience that we went through before at the tree, that was an ambush trying to get us to be killed in the process. That's why Hawk wasn't there. He wasn't separated or captured. He had worked with allies to try and get any protectors, any new recruits that they brought in killed before they had any chance to understand what was happening. We discovered that there were pockets being corrupted, and we thought that that was the simple goal, bringing in shadow influence from the Shadowfell and then trying to actually bring to the Feywild. We thought that's it. I mean, it's a war that doesn't end. The Queen of Air and Darkness, that has still been something, adding in the dark, shadowy complexes, and we thought it was simply just another back and forth between Fey creatures. And then an eruption happened on the coast. We saw on the maps mainly, but there was a small community that was there within, and those that survived, which were very few, had reported that something had sucked the life and energy out of the land itself.
Hot.
Not hot. No. Very much the opposite of that.
He just says things, don't think.
I wish he wouldn't.
I think he might be feeling a little
Hi.
warm right now. Sorry, I don't think he was actually saying. saying.
Are you
there.
hot, Richard?
Are you feeling a little warm? I feel like
No, I said a dumb thing.
just making sure.
I understand. I saw you
Feeling
say dumb things
glares
too.
on
I'm sorry. We are trying to get there, but we are also trying to protect the Barglestone because we believe that the motives and goals is that they are trying to bring in some kind of skull lord, someone who can attain the Barglestone, become a religious force to become a dictator, an autocrat, to control the Barglestone and to corrupt its own nature.
What's a Barglestone? What does that do?
Go ahead and make a Arcana check or a history check.
History.
Okay.
Bargle?
18.
The Barney Stone.
Okay, 18. So the Barglestone is a part of deep Fey lore and history. The substantialness of it is essentially it is an artifact that has gained the ability to be a divine source of power, essentially. It is a object that people believe in so powerfully that it gives them divine connection. But the Barblestone is a thing that exists that has a powerful essence of the Feywild magic. It's essentially like Feywild energy distilled into a single ball. With a history check, you can make an Arcana check to know more about the influence, and I would say the DC is lower, just in terms of what the power is capable of.
Well, I roll a 6.
And what's your modifier with it? Is
That's
it
it. That's
0?
everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
That is it.
I have
So
my proficiency. I had rolled a 3, but I have a proficiency bonus of 3, and that's a
Perfect.
0 modifier.
So the history of the Barblestone is that it was something that was probably carried over between different parts and areas of the land. Something that I'm sure your grandmother probably told you stuff about this, or even just other people like wandering travelers you overheard, or even just read in books
Okay.
or scrolls. Essentially, it is something that carries with it the essence of the Feywild, and it has been brought across the multiple corners to bring in much power from the Echo Plane as possible. So it can have a spread of the entire world of Corellia.
Okay.
You don't necessarily know how much that power could be used for. But what's interesting is that I think you would know that the Barblestone having the amount of influence that it has across the world, being in all the corners of it, means that anything that it could potentially do would have a massive impact either on the Echo Plane itself or carry over into the other planes of existence, especially on the material world.
Okay.
Mutt expresses, our goal is to find out how to stop them from sending in any more forces, or just to simply try to cut the corruption of the shadow into this world. We know that there must be balance, but we have sent many people and tried,
Faelyn gets closer to Mutt.
and it's failed. Every time it's failed. And we have tried to send in for reinforcements. We tried to send them over through ships and vessels, and then they cut us off. They took control of one of the port cities, and they have stopped us from being able to reach our allies that we need desperately. And
Faelyn's starting to tear up a little bit.
it seems as if we're in a war right now that it is our responsibility to take on. Our sole responsibility, and unfortunately we don't have the resources for it. So the best that we can do is hope that they fall short, that they become greedy. I don't know if that's possible, or just don't understand the wealth and beauty of this land enough to survive on their own, but it doesn't seem likely. At least I don't know if it's lucky or not.
What about this minion that you mentioned a few moments ago? Tell us more about him. Should we what about taking him out?
Well, Hawk is something we can't kill.
Sorry, not Hawk. You were talking about not a priest, but someone that was...
Oh, the Skull Lord.
Yeah, the Skull Lord.
This is not a minion.
Well,
We believe he's the leader of the entire army.
well, next to the Queen, he's obviously a minion of the Queen of Darkness, is he not?
No, we don't think it is in connection with the Queen of Air and Darkness at all.
Oh,
That's what I mean, is like, it wasn't a Fae situation. These are creatures from the direct line to the Shadowfell. An explosion, a portal opened, and that's what we think Hawk was doing.
all right.
He was finding ways to open portals and allow for the land to be corrupted enough to they could open. But
Do we have a way of closing these portals?
we work on it, but it takes time. We need to be able to suss out and find the areas of corruption. That's the key. We need to find out, and we need to protect the areas that are most connected.
Can we just, what do you need from us? Because if we're going to be part of this, the best thing we can know is what we're going to do, because we just fought off an ambush and now you're saying there's going to be more. You were told we have no time to rest, that more is going to happen. What is our part in this?
Anybody who wants to can make an insight check on that.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
God, that's a shit roll. Well, that's 11 plus 7. but-
16.
Take my bonus. I don't know how I can help, but is there a way I can help boost that stat by giving them?
You don't have anything that allows you to extend to another person.
Guidance.
Give him like
It's a
a
13.
Oh, 13, okay.
I forgot I can guide myself.
you
So
can guide your.
Mutt does not have a high charisma actually.
I can guide one.
Using your connected energies to reach further to understand a person's pain. You can see that Mutt is struggling right now because Mutt is in a position similar to kind of, I think, but somebody discovered it before. I think it might have been Richard or somebody. Mutt is ill-equipped for this. Mutt is well-equipped. They have really nice gear and they're doing pretty well with some stuff. Mutt is not a leader of people. Mutt is not meant to be a leader. And part of you don't get the full scope of why they're in this position. You feel as if Mutt is scared. Not really for their own life, but because of responsibility. And wants to make sure that they can do what they can. And what you detect is that what helps them process is time. And that's something that they just don't have. Well, I mean, I need to be able to go to one of our beacon trees. I need to be able to go to one of them immediately. We can get there within a few hours. So there's some travel across, and you can see some of the land and maybe get familiar with it. And then we can maybe figure out a discussion. We can discuss a purpose. We can find you a purpose for that.
Whatever you
Beacon
need.
tree. If that's the most important thing that needs to be done right now, then let's do that. You know this better than any of us. I'll
You
trust
say beacon tree?
A beacon tree, yes. They are trees that work as like beacons. They are deeply ingrained with like entrenched within the actual lands and can send out signals for anything that is like under the ground to those that caretake them, the caregivers of those trees.
So what do you want to do with these trees? What are you suggesting?
We need to protect it. There's one that is the shadow forces are moving on it, and we don't see them on the map, and they gesture. They go over in this area. They show you that there's a massive space that almost looks like a mountain, and like an this isolated mountain within like a forest. But they point at it, and it's not too far from where you are. It's a few miles, so it'll be a few hours travel. But you don't see any shadow there. There's no shadow marking. There is one probably a few there's like probably a few miles away from it, but like small, tiny. So it's like, okay, maybe they're like doing something, but it's like there's no extra claimed ground really.
What makes you believe that they're moving on this tree when there's only this little bit of shadow coming in?
Well, the commanders within the actual Twilight forces, they have said that one of the tactics that was used in the northeastern area was to destroy those beacon trees once the portal was erupted. It was essentially making it so that anything that was through there would be completely null and void. But it doesn't seem as if it was a conscious effort. It was something that they were just simply spreading their corruption. And then once that corruption had seeped in, they discovered there was actually a use for it. I think that Hawk actually figured it out before they did, because the tree that we went to was just a small beacon tree. That one was one that had this minor influence in a small area, but it was one nonetheless.
Whatever you need.
Mutt kind of goes into himself for a moment and just kind of, all right, so, I know this is a lot, and I know there's not a lot I can really say, but if you're all willing to, me and my troops will move with you, and we will go to the beacon trees and this tree, and we will make sure that we can defend it in the case that there is something happening.
Oh, I look at Faelyn and say, this is your home. I defer to you.
I say we do it. Let's go do some good. Look at Nyxi.
I could use some good.
I'll go wherever you go.
Yay. All right. Let's go.
Most of my decisions haven't been the greatest lately, so might as well just not make as many decisions.
I wasn't gonna say it, but
Right. I was like, do you think it's the best decision? Probably the best.
We're gonna take a second here to focus on Zummyar. As you guys are all kind of gearing up, Zummyar, you make your way outside of the main cavern. Was there anything else you wanted to pick up, or are you okay?
I've got my power pants. I've got the cords. Good to go.
Perfect. You begin to make your way just out into this kind of fey marsh, and it's beautiful. It's tranquil. You can see that there are like only like a small minor amount of defenses that were set up in the one space, but the cultists kind of clear those away. They don't want them to stay up there because it's not a thing that really resonates deeply. Like, this isn't the space for war. This isn't meant to be one. And you can feel, like, walking down, you walk past the little pond, the little pool of water, kind of down this like trickling stream of water. You make your way up a little bit through the woods just to see the water kind of move through, kind of walking against the little current that comes through here. There's a moment when you sit and settle yourself in a spot where you can see a giant, the fullness of the moon before you. The moon of the Feywild is a very beautiful thing. It's full, it's whole, goes through different kind of seasonal changes as always, but there's a really cool, when it's in its fullness, there's almost like kind of this like ripple effect in it. Almost as if it's like spreading out across the sky itself, just from its radiating essence. And you can look up at it. What's going through Zummyar's just state and being as you just stare up in the sky?
I guess a sense of calm to a degree, being home, but also a sense of sadness being home, knowing his parents will never get to see this ever again. And also a sense of purpose that doesn't feel just connected to anger and revenge. Sense of purpose towards helping people through ill matter, and a sense of family with people that he has around him, and just not feeling the need for all the horrible violence and rage and anger that's been in his brain for such a long time. And all of the violence that he's already done and caused.
The training that you received before in the Bondview Monastery in Ameria, it was all focused on, you thought it was protecting oneself, but it really was an extension of destruction and creating your body to become a full weapon, making you the main source of destruction. And it was truly indoctrination of you to accept violence. as a way of life and something that was essential, and it fueled deeper and deeper into this manifestation. In the processes that you have been through in your outer world, you fought your own rage. You have allowed that separation between that fear of like not knowing certainty, like that there was that separation of your own state. You set yourself down on the ground and you place your hands just onto the grass, and something really cool happens because as you set it, the grass kind of moves like kind of between your fingers. There's this little kind of like light, like sparkling glows moving around just within the actual ground. You can feel the earth is healthy, vibrant, like a pulse. And you close your eyes. And you can just see your hands before you as you close them. You lock that image in. You see the scars. You see the markings of your hands wrapped around these red cords. And what you see, you notice that your hands, when you close your eyes in the vision, are worn and beaten and bruised. The scars that are upon it are festered. They're what is it called? They're scabbed. They're like marked over. They're also silken. They are. You know that the life that you have now connected to your deity is one where violence is something that you will feel constantly. It's not the kind of violence, though, that comes about with just simply like harming someone through war and death. And while you're hearing now that you are in a war space, the need for you to pick up weapons, to arm yourself, to extend your body, to destroy and devastate, it feels almost all too much. It feels as if it would be you taking up a weapon for something that is not your own fight and something that is not in you to destroy and bring that kind of result to people. The ground that you see in this vision kind of begins to change. It goes from this soft earth picture to a rocky, brown, rough surface. But you feel beaming down upon you this radiant light. And as you look up to it, you can see a red sun up in the sky. The area that you are around is a wasteland. You don't know where this is. But you can feel that pulse, that thousands of cries and screams, but this pulse of this need to heal and help. The cries are not oppressing you, they are motivating you. And as you stare up into the sun, you can feel that radiant light begin to bathe over you. And your vision begins to move closer and closer to that sun. It does not blind you, it simply focuses fully, and you begin to be embraced by this sunlight. In the space around you, in the material area, you all can notice this, just like outside, there is a hot red light glowing from the tree line. It bursts through, and you all see this. And Zummyar, in your position, you are crouched down, your eyes closed. You are like in this flowing, like burst of radiant light that is like causing all the lights to be revealed, like around you. All of the glows and the shimmers between the trees begin to like open up. It mixes in and creates this like cacophony of color, and it's like bringing on a source of light that is. It's all experienced, and it's just bringing in, emanating from yourself. From the interior of yourself, you are creating this radiant glow. And as it begins to distill and die down, it feels fiery. It feels like this fire and is coming inside of you. And as the light begins to die down, that fire still sets within you. And as you open your eyes to encompass this kind of like glowing red, but with like kind of like this white base to it, bursts around you. And then it dies back as the twilight, or as the sun begins to kind of rise up in the Feywild as well. And a new beautiful time of day is going to be coming through, and you are now a Sun Soul monk as opposed to a Kenshi monk.
Does he physically change at all?
Nothing physical, but certain elements will definitely change. Certainly will definitely change.
Sun kissed her.
Sexy Sun Soul.
You all gather up, get all of your equipment, and you guys begin to make your way into the Feywild. Before, we're going to take our break here in a second, but before we do that, I want each and every single one of you guys to roll a d20 for me.
17 wolves.
15.
15?
25.
11.
Fantastic. Give me one quick second.
Write
Let me
that
get my
down.
chart that I made through my user money. And that's all we can play. Oh, beautiful.
Get that one to the week.
Very nice. Okay. Alrighty. And we're gonna take a little break just with that. As you guys begin to go into the Feywild, we'll take a little break right here, guys.
Nice. You bite it. Fucking Aussie guy.
How is his AC higher than mine? My AC
Because
is
he's
12.
really tiny, so it's hard to
His
hit
is
him.
15.
Because he's a little
He's tiny.
guy, so it's hard to hit him.
He's dexterous as hell. You got a +5 dexterity, I think.
I think it's
That's why if you
Turning off.
come across something like huge and slow, it's gonna have a low AC. Unless it's got
Why
thick
are
skin.
you fiddling with my power bar?
because it keeps turning off. You know how? No, because
It's not what's
my
happening.
Don't touch
my
Liam's
battery
thermostat.
is trying to charge, and every time that goes off,
There.
You should try eating it.
Got it there.
can't retort this shit. Stop!
Go. Thanks for letting me know though, because that would have, like, my laptop would have died.
Ah, it's crust.
Is it the moment I look
Why
at him
not?
and he wiggles his eyebrows?
That's what I was saying. What the eyebrow at?
Oh my
It wasn't meant.
I know, but it's funny.
It's comedy, okay? It's fucking comedy.
Comedy.
I have the
I-
best cock around.
I smell comedy. Well, it was comedy giving. There we go. That's
Oh lord. I've had 3 different people tell me I give off Bo Burnham vibes, and every single time it makes me want to cry. I'm so happy.
Alrighty. When last
Because
we
you're a
left.
generic white man. White man.
Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. Woohoo! With all these generic white folk. We're all very excited.
Hey, I got a little tan over the sun.
No, you did. That does not
I
change.
did.
her. That
Did I'm a
someone's got to break. That does not change her
It's a great. I'm
ethnicity.
He says, I'm not more generic than I tanned everybody.
I tanned a little bit. I
I
burned
tanned
the-
too yesterday. Anyway. Last we left off, our wonderful fuckers were going into the Fey Forests as the sun is beginning to rise. Yeah.
Is it like the Teletubby song?
I want to get on track. I swear, but my brain is like, "Hey, enjoy this moment."
There's far too much ADHD
Just
for me to get
right.
on track.
Ever.
Yes.
Sometimes I look back
Like-
on games and I'm like, we overtalked the game way too much. You'd be saying something where we're like, I think it's say something important and we don't write it down.
So, you guys are going in through the forest. Interesting in this time because as the light begins to come through, it comes like through the woods and emanates like this beautiful, like you can just see the lush vibrant colors of the actual trees, the earth. This is fucking.
He's distracting me.
Sorry, Dad.
Sorry, Dad.
Yeah, fuck.
We'll fix it in post.
We've lost our DM.
Okay, thanks for the game.
Liam's baritone moment is definitely done.
Oh no. I think he's finally snapped his brain.
Richard, as you come through the forest, seeing the beautiful natural light
Nice, God.
bring through. You see this
A gust of wind, and it's like
This is
I'm done. I'll be good.
he's gonna kill us.
Richard. Wow.
I'm still trying to figure out
Richard.
what's happening to Richard.
Richard.
Oh my god, I'm crying so much right now. Richard, what's going through your mind? How are you?
The last question you should be asking right now.
What is going through Richard's mind? What am I feeling?
Beautiful natural light and this very beautiful flora around you.
Yeah, what's on nice, Laura?
Okay, I was totally prepared to be in the zone here, and then I read your water bottle, and it says poopy butt on, and I'm 4 years old, so
That was put on my 14-year-old.
I just needed to put that out there. Okay,
Reset.
I'm good. I'm back in.
Poopy butt. Just heal it.
A 14-year-old put that on there years ago. Hasn't yet to come off.
And you were the
Nope,
14.
no, I'm good. I'm
No.
zoned.
Yeah, you are good. I'm glad one of us.
You've got this.
It's like poopy butt with heart.
Come on, Ben. Bring us home. Bring us home.
Yeah. We're good. We're going home.
You're gonna give us the reality we need.
If we're,
Come on, Richard.
we're relying on Ben to pull us out of that.
What are you thinking?
Haven't seen sunlight in so long. This isn't even funny.
I know,
That's
but
a
whatever you would
statement.
say, it would happen.
I don't know why. Okay.
I walk out from within the shadow of the trees,
Yeah.
and I look up to the sky, and I imagine there's a bush in front of me for some reason, and I move this bush, and the sunlight hits my face for the first time in like forever, like human sun, not like your special Thor sun or whatever the fuck goes on up there. But there's no sun where I was for a while, and it's very hot, and I wince at the sun because it's fucking bright. I haven't seen the sun in like a year. And I open my eyes and I look directly into the sun, and my eyes start to hurt, so I stop that.
Well, when your eyes kind of refocus, what you take in at this moment is a open, like it's like grassland of beautiful flowers and just this. It's like a whole patch of just. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like this. Because the Fey sunlight is not just something that it just like brings light onto the area. Like the entire area is almost like emanating its own light throughout. Like it's like there's light coming from the actual the grasslands and the flowers and the everything around you is just like this source of beauty and light and vibrancy. The sky, it's so the sunrise in the Feywild is something you've never beheld before. It just seems as if there's just streams of light flowing between, creating these like connective lines of just like this chained sense of openness and welcomeness. This is something I want to get very clear. Faelyn, you know too that Monofore is a very special kind of land in the Feywild specifically. Traditionally, in the Feywild, it follows some of the more traditional values. It stays within a very structured system. It's very controlled. There is still a lot that like changes and evolves, but a lot of the Feywild can still be very chaotic. And Monofore can be. There is like chaotic beings within it, because that's the nature of a lot of fey creatures, but it still has kind of a structure to it. It's not as random or just I guess the word unfettered, I guess you could say. It's something that there is structure within these lands. There's a lot of wild things in this land as well, but there's more of a unified connection on this island between a lot of the creatures here. Richard, as you bask in this,
Well, I look at the first flower, I pick it out of the ground and start sniffing it.
Mhm.
What's it smell like?
You get this kind of like rich smell of it's almost like a smooth butteriness of, the best way I can describe it is like it's like a silky hit of like what is it? It's like, oh geez Louise, for the life of me I can't think of smell, but it's like it's something that just allows you to feel your spirit just kind of like pick up in a moment. You feel you're just like your demon hands like wrap around this flower, and you just feel at ease.
I eat the flower. And what does it taste like? Bad?
Bitter. It's
Yeah,
it's a little bitter.
Spit that shit out and look around to see if
It's
anybody
bitter.
saw
But
it.
you see as the thing is like mixing your saliva, like you begin to see it kind of like wrap around into a little like ball, and just all of a sudden like spin so hard that it goes back into the earth.
Did you try eating the creature?
I'm gonna get a little closer to it and try to rip it out of the ground again.
Sure. Just go ahead and make you can make a sleight of hand check.
19. Nope, 22.
You grab it, snag it, you have it in your hand, it's just like kind of spinning and moving, it's like moistening your saliva there.
I let go of it.
And you can just go back and clear it.
That shit's fucked. Okay. I look around, did anybody see me?
Everyone's like the tribal warriors that are there. Mutt sees you.
I go, fuck it, I think you guys were there.
Did you get clothing, or are you still on the chain?
I don't know. What am I wearing, DM?
Well, I mean, you had the choice to be able to put stuff on you. I think your chainmail.
Yeah, I'm still just wearing that. Great, excellent. That's the outfit right now.
They're probably thinking they're doomed after seeing that shit.
Yeah, that I just kind of sit in the sunlight, but it gets kind of hot, so I go back in the shade. Storytelling. I go back into the shade.
Sure, you kind of move back in the shade. As the rest of you all begin to kind of come through, they begin to make their way across the actual bush, and they all kind of noted. You all notice as Richard kind of makes his way back into the shadow from where you're all about to make your way through this little space. Tribal warriors kind of look a little concerned, but they're more focusing in that. Mutt looks and says, "Is your friend all right?"
Ignore him.
I never know if he's all right, but like
Be
he's all
honest.
right, you know.
This looks pretty normal to us.
All right. Well, didn't see. They begin to kind of come through. This is let's can kind of give you all some information. A lot of what we've been noticing is that the shadow creatures, mainly the darklings, are kind of the general foot soldiers that come through, but they are not the ones that they usually use for main kind of onslaughts or barrages or like just assailant or attempts to assault any forces. They will usually open up with gnolls attacking head on, and they will unchain them and send them to attack. Then they will have darklings be able to infiltrate. It's kind of a mix of what they will use, but they have a lot of frost creatures, beings that carry a lot of ability to drain life. Undead is a prominent feature, and if you ever see a necromancer, be wary. The areas within the map and just of the land. So this is natural light. This is when a place that is untouched. You will notice that there are places that are touched by twilight forces when you'll feel like the actual air begins to change, and it is a place of sanctuary. The light changes. It's essentially hollowed ground. But then desecrated ground is when shadow completely encompasses. It's very different from just regular shadows and shapes, but you'll know it when you see it.
Okay. What do you expect us to run into at this beacon tree, if anything?
Well, I believe that we're going to be meeting up with some of the initial defenders. There may even be a commander of sorts, potentially. I believe yes, there is. There is a commander. She's one of the centaur warriors we have here. Name is what is her name? And she goes over to her soldiers, and one of the elves speaks and says, Lefea.
Great work.
Lefea is
Lefea.
Nyxi, quit being a dick.
I got bored.
Shut up.
I just go flying back. I'm like,
Smacks into a tree, little sticks to it, peels off.
Yes, Commander Lefea. She is one of the leading troops of the Centurion forces. She took over after one of the lead generals was killed and corrupted. What else can I say? What can I say? Where were you? You just see immediately Mutt just goes immediately to you to ask like about you.
So Faelyn's still tears are kind of running down her face. She keeps trying to brush them away so nobody notices. Looks over at Mutt and leans down and whispers,
The abyss.
You talking about me?
So you left to go when you were gone. You went directly to the abyss. Was it part of the mission? Were you
No.
seeking for?
It was not part of the mission. This is where I have failed. I hope to make up for it.
I see. Well, Matt doesn't know what to say.
What mission did you fail?
I was supposed to be helping to beat these dark forces back, and I did not.
Well, you're here now.
Yeah, Faelyn just looks down again.
Anybody who wants to make an insight check just want to do so on Faelyn.
I also looked at Richard immediately when they said Knowles. I want to know what was going through Richard's mind.
I'm thinking, fuck,
I,
no more of that.
no.
oh, I'm trying, but no 12.
Well,
I'll insert Faelyn.
sure.
11.
Why don't we try?
I'm rolling like shit. I plus 7.
12.
Guidance.
Roll a
We got
d20.
12.
2.
Oh, it's all on your face.
It's all over your face.
You guys, yeah, no, it's Phelan's hiding of the information, like of what this is, like saying that there was a mission that was failed. Faelyn, I'm gonna hit you with this information for yourself because the weight of this is kind of like what is hard for you to hold on. At the time of your leaving, there was no major shadow forces that had penetrated through. There was no portal that was talked about. There was nothing. There wasn't even concept of a war. There were some things that may have been brewing and just like regular, Queen of Air and Darkness figures like Fae, like unruly Fae, and just having to like take care of those issues. This is normal. But there was a neglect that came from trying to go and find help. The mission that you had before was sent to help gain allies and people from Emeria. That was where you had gone from before, to find allies in the Fey world to help in this coming conflict before it became anything. They're trying to get ahead of it. But in the process of everything that happened within Emeria, it was something that was completely put to the side. What you're all kind of like detecting is with Faelyn, while you don't know the full extent again of what the actual feeling is, Faelyn is taking on a lot of weight with this. You can feel that there is a tremendous amount of sorrow and almost like a loss of one's homeland, and you can feel that there's a tremendous amount of guilt in that and shame. I will say too, though, there is also a genuine desire to change it.
That's all pretty darn accurate, DM.
I wanted to give you something nice before I make you all make wisdom saving throws. Can you all do that for me, please?
You okay?
Rolling.
I'm lactose intolerant. It's so funny sometimes.
18.
Wisdom. Minus
13.
4. I got a -2 on my wisdom, y'all. Makes all my sense.
What'd you get?
I got a 4.
You got a 4. Shit.
Oh, take me over, G.
Okay. 3 of the travel warriors are okay. You got a 16?
Yes.
You got a 4. You got an 18.
13.
13. Okay. Nyxi, Mutt, and 2 of the tribal warriors all of a sudden just turn immediately into tiny little multicolored bunnies.
Multicolored what?
What
Bunnies.
the fuck
I
is
started-
that?
Like the tribal warriors turns into a badger.
I start dying laughing and pick Nyxi up by the ears.
I try like hitting them with my feet.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
I'm holding you so far away.
Wait,
Sam-
you've turned into this thing?
Yeah, I'm a multicolored bird. At a salmon.
Nothing. You can't make a contact at all with
That's
this.
what
So
you get
I'm
for
just
being a
kicking
dick.
for nothing.
Immediately.
Have I seen anything like this before?
Go ahead. You can make a nature check or you can make a perception check.
I'm gonna swing and latch onto his arm and bite him.
Definitely.
Make an
a
acrobatics
perception.
check.
Oh, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you 19.
Go ahead.
That's a chaos reroll. Can I do that? It has to be myself, doesn't it?
Yes. Yes. Go ahead and make that.
Yeah, I was gonna have to- what kind of check am I
I
making?
would say go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
How we fail?
It's. I don't know what to do.
Reroll.
Roll that. Really roll that.
I knocked it and then knocked it and then 14.
All right. You start latching on over.
I
somebody.
I fucking
You'll make attack rolls on him like later in the process, but yeah. Anyway, you just see this little bunny like gnawing at your
Like,
arm.
why is that happening?
He's fucking grabbing by my ears. That hurt.
Flicker on top of the head.
Why do you look like that?
Why I don't know.
25.
Can I talk?
25?
Roll a 19.
Can I talk?
Or
No, you can't.
Yeah,
You're-
no.
you're a bunny.
You're a bunny.
You know exactly what this is. This is a polymorph spell. This is something that just automatically polymorphed all these people here as a measure to make sure that they took out these kinds of individuals, but not in a lethal way, because they're not trying to do that.
Can I understand what they're saying?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I think so, yeah.
Well,
You know the nature of these kinds of creatures too. This is something that comes out because you're also in a very specific area. Coming into this like kind of flower space, you realize, oh, this isn't just a regular flower space. This is a pixie grove.
Oh god.
You are surrounded. There are pixies in this area, and they have just polymorphed these people.
Zummyar knows pixies, right?
You would know pixies. They're
Okay.
not dangerous, but I would say, given the circumstances of what you guys are in, it's like, okay, these
right
pixies
now.
don't know about who we are, and
Yeah.
they're just keeping themselves safe.
do I have what do pixies speak?
Pixies speak Sylvan.
Probably. Yeah.
Okay,
I speak Sylvan. Okay.
all right.
Hey, wherever you guys are, we're not here to hurt you. I promise. But thank you for turning my friend into a bunny. That was really funny.
I just bite harder.
Think persuasion check with advantage.
I want to turn blood.
Faelyn probably goes to the other side and does
Holy
something
shit!
similar.
11.
11.
And Faelyn says, that was very amusing. However, we are here to essentially save the Feywild and beat back the dark forces. This is not the time.
You want to make a persuasion check?
Yep.
What about Diablo? It's a phage.
Oh.
20.
All
22 overall.
right. If he speaks Sylvan, he could definitely do that. Does he speak Sylvan? But with
Speaks Dark, yeah.
speaking out like that,
Yeah, he does.
you see twinkling lights begin
So I
to
can be
come
top.
through in the actual space. You guys see like circles of it all around you. Completely invisible. You just don't know exactly where they are. And then these lights begin to shower, almost like rain coming down off the areas, and then all of a sudden 16 little tiny creatures with translucent wings and these bright faces of greens, browns, oranges, and blues, all of them kind of floating around. They're all these different creatures kind of like skirting around, just looking through. All of them kind
How
of
big are
coming-
these things?
Oh, they're like this.
Tiny.
They're tiny things.
I
Yeah.
put up my fingers.
Put them right in the palm of your hand, basically.
Do not squish him.
Some of them, yeah, come
Can't
on,
say
like
that.
right in there. Just say, we're just trying to make sure that nobody hears
the screeching. I just get a little closer and I just like sit down and go,
You immediately see. Make a persuasion check, Richard.
Can I
You
point?
also
Can
can't
I
understand
point
what
at
you're
him?
saying.
As I'm biting his arm, can I point at Richard?
Like
Like that too, yeah.
17.
I mean, if you're a bunny, you probably have no idea.
Yeah.
I have little
You
face.
hear one of the pixies kind of turn over, looks over at Richard and goes, and then it's just like
Oh my
right on over, kind of goes right on over to them, just kind of like dances around, just kind of like sussing out this creature here.
I just go, can you turn my friend back in?
No, don't do it yet.
Immediately, as they kind of get closer to you, they're like, oh, Edward, look away from them, and just kind of back up a little bit. One of them goes, all right, everyone, all right, back up. The pixies go close to you, and then they begin to be moved away. Yeah, sorry, what were you doing?
I say, can you just turn my friend back into a gnome, please?
You look at this one pixie who comes up with these little tiny spectacles. She's got very like aqua blue face, nice kind of hair that's kind of like brought up into a little thing, but it's like swirling and some air energy at the side, and you just see like little fairies. I'm terribly sorry.
Oh, sorry, okay. You did. We could have been here to kill you for all you know.
No, but allow me to finish, please, because I wasn't done talking. I'm saying, I'm so terribly sorry. We can't allow her just to be turned back out of being the bunny at the moment, because we just first want to know a little bit about who you are. Nyxi, go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw.
I'm still conversing over here.
4.
Nope. Can you roll another wisdom?
Well,
Fine.
I'm a furbolg from the Feywild.
Hmm.
My people obviously are from the Elderwood. We're not from here, but
And they all just begin to kind of spin around. There's a like really like you get graced with a lot of like glitter and sparkle.
I turned to you and say, what the fuck is up with these things? Like, what is this?
It's not.
Okay.
They do.
Okay.
Just gonna move away. Be back, fiend.
Yeah, Richard can't
Oh,
understand a word
oh,
he's
and then I go, oh,
You,
I get it.
you understand chaotic mischief, do you not?
yes, the vaccine.
Yeah, I'd say they're
Aw.
kind of assholes.
That's
But,
the
like-
one that speaks that you can actually hear it. Like this one does speak common in that own way, just saying that out way. But the rest of them speak Sylvan, and one of them says, "Hello, I know it does, darling, but unfortunately, it is not safe for us to be around such a terrifying creature. Oh, please, no, sweetheart, we can't do that. We can't be around no matter how nice that cock is."
Meanwhile, in the last however long it's been, I've told
Yeah.
this pixie just about the entire story of the last of my adventuring since I left the Feywild.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's so very nice. It's so very sweet. Oh, it's so dangerous and so harrowing. Oh,
Oh yes, I would love one.
come over your nose and it gives you a little kiss right between the eyes and
Thank you so
pleasant.
much. Thank you.
I just start gnawing up his arm.
I just grab with the other hand and just pull her off. Hold her like
And then
this.
as he's doing that, I kick him in the face.
we're gonna
I'm holding you out like this.
11.
no.
And then I suggest to my new pixie friend that we really have to get going. Would you put it out? Well, have you felt the darkness?
Oh yes, it's one of the things that we've seen, but it hasn't come through our interview for a
Yeah.
while.
The problem is it may if we don't get on with our mission. Go ahead.
They all just go.
If you can change our friends back,
The left.
we will make sure that the darkness does not come to this end.
Excuse me, but I'm the one who will decide this, and I need to first ask you a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, I just need to ask you, why are you wandering around here with this fiendish individual? We would much like to know that.
Well, he's a
I can't hear any of this, so I just look back at
Yeah.
them and
he is a very, very powerful friend of mine who is going to help us beat back this darkness.
You see some of them start putting up dancing lights around you and start moving them around you, just kind of like slow.
Is
moving
it-
thing.
fire.
It's
by
like
chance?
a little bit of it's not firelight more. It's kind of like a like firefly light. Like,
Oh, okay, okay, that's fine.
Well, very interesting that you would have a fiendish creature be able to help you in this matter.
I understand. It takes all kinds, though, you know.
Yes. Well. Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Can Diablo help me? Sorry.
Sure. Yeah, I'm with Diablo. How do you want Diablo to help in this situation?
Fight
Yeah,
him.
where is he?
Oh, you.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to help the persuasion. You want to.
Oh yeah, help the persuasion.
No,
Yeah,
you
help
can
the
get advantage with
persuasion.
Diablo. Yeah.
Nah, let's help the persuasion.
Sure.
I'm not paying attention. I can't hear what they're saying. Wait, but he would know. But
Diablo would.
okay, never mind.
How do you want Diablo to help? Unless you want him to help with the fight.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I will eat him.
You don't want Diablo to help with persuasion.
Tastes like
I'll help.
shit.
The fuck you will. Yeah.
Richard like a snack.
Let's help with the persuasion. Yes, with the persuasion.
How?
How? He just
Like 6, right?
That was so evil, so he just vanished
just
to
talks
begin
to
with.
them
Do something
be
fucked
like,
up, though, shut
without him, we would have been in a lot of pickle and a lot of trouble, I guess.
We would have been a lot of pickle.
Oh,
Okay, I
So
wouldn't
much
have been in that
pickle.
pickle.
Diablo.
a great deal of pickle right now.
Diablo comes in and he does speak Sylvan. Yes.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. Diablo just goes. Tickle of a tickle, we would have done it if we wouldn't be around here with that big old fiendy fly. We need to make sure that he takes care of us all the time.
Exactly.
Roy with advantage.
Nice.
Why does Diablo talk?
I don't know.
He's
I
from
thought
my
he would
19
talk.
studies.
13.
I don't know. He'd actually spoke in a deep voice.
Sup, I'm Diablo.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
Let's go, Diablo Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You want to change? We can totally change it if you want.
Let's do it.
Don't
We're
pickle
not-
up a dickle you're in that man with that fiendish.
That's so wrong.
It was such a fiendish fiend.
The funny thing is he hasn't been saying anything to these
Yeah,
students,
yeah.
but he could hear. Well, he can't understand.
Diablo's a sweet little man. Sweet little fairy boy. 13. The mother looks and says, well, I have my doubts, as I have known many of the fiendish creatures, and, well, I can see this mark as well. They kind of like lift up the little flap.
But
Oh, I
there,
have
that
my doubts about him as well, I can tell you.
Many of the creatures that we've heard wander around, they know this marking here, and it's not very pleasant.
I agree.
So, what I will do is this. I will send 2 of my young girls here to make sure that this one here is kept in check. Now, everyone, and all the pixies are like lined up and have their hands up raised. Oh, goodness. All right.
no, I go and find the hottest ones. Whatever that means to you. And I go,
I'm putting this on you. I want you to make a fuck you.
What do you find the
no,
hottest?
no,
one?
no, DM, please.
Oh, me?
Yeah, what is the
Quote unquote hottest.
Oh God, I hate this.
Oh, Richard.
Who would Richard find the most attractive?
Which one looks like that halfling's wife?
there you go,
Give me a
that's
second,
the
give me a
one,
second.
yeah.
I was
You notice that there are 2
Disney
pixies,
mom characters.
distinct pixies, both of them with rings on their
One looks
fingers.
like Mrs. Incredible.
Not like just left index rings, but like rings everywhere. Like it looks like they have like little tiny jewelry.
Yeah,
And immediately you go, those 2.
that one.
You pick this one,
And then no, just one of them.
just
Just
one.
one of them. Because the other one I'm taking the yellow guy.
You see,
That's
what
my logic.
yeah, you see?
I go you. This one.
Mom.
That one.
The one that can speak common.
Come. And I open my beard like this. Come.
He like makes a little swing with the silver beard.
They wouldn't
Hide.
pass
His
out.
yellow wig.
Would they not pass out from the snow?
That's what's happening right now. Is this what you're just gonna make a
Constitution
competition? Oh, he failed.
I open the beard, he falls right out.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
You guys ever seen that thing in like Scooby Doo where it's like Daphne's puppet? It's a fall like slow motion. This is tiny pixies floating, very falling. like,
Okay, maybe
very-
not that one. How about the orange one over there?
You see the one orange one, and the orange one has this like big
have a big
grin on
stand-up
her face.
Yeah, not that one. No, not you. No, I've changed my mind. I changed my mind.
No, I think it'd be a good idea for this one to join with you because it seems that this one has an aversion to my one daughter. So I want very much for this daughter to come through, maybe teach this creature some empathy. And
Okay, but I
then-
still want the other one. I want those 2.
Piri just
You can't just
yes, man, that's
steal pixies.
I'm not choosing.
They're people.
They
He's not
said
smart
2
enough.
were coming, and I said that one and the yellow guy. The
Fury?
yellow guy died, so the orange guy's coming instead.
Wait, can you snort pixie dust?
We're gonna find out.
Piri and Marmalade are on their way with them.
All right.
Outstanding.
You're a bunny.
And then with this, all of a sudden they go,
After
alright,
these
and now with that, we will now dispel the magic and you can be on your way. And you come back next.
Am I holding
Am
still
I
on?
holding her up
Oh,
by the hair
there.
now since I was holding her
Yep,
by the
and
ears?
all the pixies are about to disappear, but yes.
Can I punch him in the throat?
Attack roll.
But that's gotta be with disadvantage. I'm literally holding her up.
You haven't restrained her, she's grappled.
That's
Go ahead,
true.
make a-
Yeah.
Nothing to meet you.
What kind of thing? Just an attack.
Mhm.
18, motherfucker.
Plus
My-
efficiency plus strength.
Oh, right. Plus 3. Plus 2, so that's 20. Dirty 20. Oh, pick right in the
Yeah,
throat.
my AC was one.
Just roundhouse.
Slide
kick.
down with the Hulk.
Do it.
Hit the Hulk of Loki.
The Hulk of Loki, that's exactly.
Just
Okay.
one time.
I just,
You hear Marmalade, you hear Marmalade go, "Thanks to say where it happens."
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Piri just kind of looks at it and says, yeah.
Hello.
You can't understand.
on the ground, I look at Zummyar and be like, one thing you like me, you never do this to me.
Punch me in the throat. It was funny.
It was not, it hurt.
It was funny.
It hurt.
I laughed.
Nobody cares, Roger.
That's not true. It seems like everybody here
We're thinking
cares about what I
model
do,
comedy.
so
Man,
kind of like a big deal here in the Feywild. Not gonna lie. You saw how those pixies acted around me. They're obsessed with me. I couldn't understand what they were saying. They love me. They kept looking at me and pointing at me and showing off my scar.
Yes.
So this one
That was
orange
impressive.
pixie kind of comes up to you. She's got kind of like gaps in her teeth. She kind of like comes up. She's got a very wide smile. She's got like her eyes are like a little bit like wide-eyed, and she comes through. She's got kind of like a boxy head. And she's like, "Why does this creature have such an aversion to me? What kind of start came through in the lineup?"
he wants.
He's got an aversion to a lot of people. It's nothing personal.
That's a shame. I think he's rather sweet.
Well, you tell him that and you stick really close. And if he does anything you don't like, you just turn him into a bunny, right?
Oh, I love to do that. That's so much fun. I wonder what kind of bunny he would look like.
Just
Bunny with
not
big
when
cock.
we're in battle.
She Marigold makes her way over to Richard.
That's
and,
my time tonight.
Here it is as well.
That's it.
Marigold. Marmalade? Marigold.
Oh, sorry, Marmalade.
Yep.
Marigold was a different one. That's a different pixie.
Yep.
That's a pixie passed out.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Marmalade.
That one's still falling.
Wait, what was the other one's name?
Piri. P-I-R-A.
Marmalade and puree.
Piri. I like piri sauce.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
That's the what color is that one?
That one is kind of this like it's like a airy blue texture. Like their skin is kind of like white, but their hair is kind of like a nice turquoise and cobalt blue.
Richard just wants to know if he can have sex with it.
No, I haven't decided that.
You guys go with your new
Still amazing.
your two pixie companions and continue to go on your journey. Going through the forest, you guys begin to like come out of this actual grove and go into the woods again, coming down like a stone pathway. It's kind of like before you. The rocks of this one kind of have more trodden ground here. You can kind of make your way through. You can see that the trees kind of move and shift along the edges, and the pixies kind of say, "Okay, we want to make sure we stay on the path here. Be very careful not to go too deep into these woods." And just begin to keep going.
I peek through the bushes.
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check.
That's shit. At perception at 5.
Sure. You see for a moment as you look out into the woods, there seems to be like a creature like staring at you, and you see, and then it's just like there, and then goes.
Pull my head back and I climb on Zummyar's back.
You feel Zummyar just immediately something comes up on your back.
Oh, now we're friends. But when you were a bunny, you would.
Years, but there's something in the bush.
It's wow. There's things everywhere. I'm gonna go peek in the bushes.
You have your perception check? You want to go into the bushes, or do you want to just stay on the
I'm gonna. We'll peek where like she peeked. I guess.
Sure.
30-20.
Sure. What you see is this kind of like silhouetted creature that looks like what is it? It's like bipedal. Looks kind of humanoid-esque, but it's got like kind of like it's got a face that it's like a Jawa. It's got no face really here, but it's got an outline of a head, and it's got kind of like these like kind of like up little wolf ears and like yellow eyes. And it just kind of stares off, and it turns. You can see that as it turns, there's just like the curve on the face. There is no face that comes through here, but it runs and is like covered in fur and just kind of.
Is this a bay creature that I know, or is this something else?
This is just a baggy creature. Yeah, it's like an omnivorous creature that goes around and just kind of like eats berries by like sticking it through its void and then pulls berries out.
It's harmless, Nyxi.
But I'm like on his shoulder, like
It's harmless.
it looks.
It looks. Everyone this creature is like shooting you like it's like close
I
to
go,
face.
like that's
You're,
exactly.
you're right. It's gonna eat you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gotta go
Those things actually. I was trying not to scare you, but stay away. It will eat you.
on the path. I'm pulling on his fur, please, but not enough to hurt. Just enough.
You guys hear? And you guys begin to see birds fly overhead with like rainbow feathers, all of them kind of emanating fairy light as they begin to soar, kind of trailing through. light begins to kind of dissipate on towards them. You can see like over top, they just begin to go through, and then a massive bird like overhead, just like sailing across the sky beyond them. Like it's like higher up in the air. You can see this massive creature.
Out loud, I say, do you think they pay taxes here?
Taxes.
You know, like in the material world where you buy certain things, you gotta pay the king.
I never really had money for that.
They just eat berries.
Did they just eat berries and float around? Is that like your life? Like you don't have to make stuff, you just exist.
Kinda, yeah.
Well, I mean, there is like coinage around, there is,
Yeah.
but like, I mean, we do services because we don't necessarily just work within a structure. Most of it is more prestige. There's an order to things. There's more name and a title and land of sorts, but it's all like how you give to the world and how you can allow the world to reap benefits from it. It's all connectivity. It comes from that more than simple material gains. There's a lot that does come from, you know, making sure that you are pulling a fair share amount and caretaking. There's a lot of things that people want to make sure that people are holding their weight, but I mean, there's still quite a bit that there's still quite a bit that is you know, the presence of personality is everything.
Okay. Why couldn't I eat that flower earlier? What was up with that?
Oh, you could have eaten it. It burrowed back as a seed. It went back into the earth to become a new flower.
A different type of flower?
You kill the flower and it's becoming a new flower.
Huh.
That's fascinating.
Okay.
You could have digested it. It would have been fine.
It would have grown a new flower inside of you.
Yes, you would have excremented the flower.
You would have
Would
shit
it
a
hurt?
literal flower.
Was it poison?
I think the last time I did it, I needed to eat quite a few flowers. I had a small garden. Gives natural fertilizer. It's nice. You just need to make sure that
A lot of
really
people
well
in Feywild do that.
transfer
They
you
eat
carefully.
flowers and then
Meanwhile,
they shit a garden.
Faelyn has moved to the front of the pack with
Fascinating.
Commander Lefea.
They're not here with you.
Oh, I thought they were
You're meeting them later.
That's the
Oh,
Commander
shit.
Lefea is the
Centaur.
right? Yeah.
Oh, I
Commander,
thought they were walking
potentially.
with us.
No. You're going to go meet them.
Okay.
Actually.
Aren't they a
Alright.
bad commander too?
Well, I still walk to the
Bad.
front.
The mutt is someone you don't know this person.
Okay. No, I mean like okay.
Oh sure. No,
All right, sorry about that. I walked to the front then.
Well, that
I
is
rolled my eyes too many times here. Getting to the front.
Mhm.
While we're walking, I'm giving Richard a rundown of how shit gardens were in the Feywild.
Yeah,
Which is why Phelan's
unhappy
moved to the
about it.
front.
I am quite unhappy about it.
It's very weird when you start talking about like if you
Matt
go
Damon
into,
shit
like,
potatoes.
and
Yeah.
you get into like fake cacti.
It is like the shit potatoes, yeah.
And as he's doing that and probably ignoring Nyxi's just like kind of behind him, buzzing, being like, "What's that? I wonder what that is. What is that?" Just like muttering to herself, just
Like a
"What's that
small
thing?"
child.
Yeah,
I'm
like a
just
small
like-
child.
You go, hey,
I-
hey, fairy
things that
dude,
you say.
orange one, go explain what those things are.
She doesn't understand you. Do you just like
I'll
go,
say-
"Oh."
I hear Richard say that and I'll say that in Sylvan. Can you explain to this one?
Just so it shuts the fuck up, just for like 5 minutes.
She hasn't said a word. You know, she just like goes.
No, we're saying so that one shuts the fuck up.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
speak Sylvan. Maybe dragon.
Oh,
does,
that's
I don't
true.
know. So even if you do, all I'll be like is talking to two different languages.
Phelan's listening for voices of the Feywild.
Okay. So I make a perception check. And Nyxi, one of the things you notice is your hair is being tugged on.
The internal sound.
Like the hair's being tugged on. I look up.
The two pixies seem to be trying to do something with your hair right now.
Ooh,
They
Hmm.
breed.
Looks like they're trying to do something with it.
I just smile, and then I just keep talking. Be like, "Oh, that's a purple flower. It's almost blue, but why is this? Oh, it's changing colors. Zummyar, why does it look like it's changing colors?
It's changing.
Shut the baby up.
23.
23.
Shut the baby up.
I'm not a baby. You're a baby.
Connecting deeper within just like the forest, you begin to hear the sounds of nature, and it forms like this is uncontrolled nature. It's wild. There's the path that's down here is a safe path. You know that it's like you keep to the path, otherwise like nature will
Yep.
do the thing. You'll be on with that. But that's one of the things though, again, where there is structure and law here.
Yeah. Listening for any sense of wrong?
Presently here, not much. Nothing is being sensed in this area. As you're making your way further and further down the path, like you're getting closer.
Can I ask one of the pixies to just go that way and do a little perception check and see if there's anything out of the ordinary?
Nice.
Because I don't like Diablo, he's a snack.
Say that
Kitty
again.
goes up. I'm sorry, unlike my mother, I was not gifted with the greatness of sight. I stared out and seen, and presently there's not too much. Everything looks all right.
If it looks alright, it looks alright. That's fine.
Are you talking to the orange one?
Am I talking to the orange one?
Guys, they have names. It is
There was
Marmosets.
Oh, the one, the one.
They
Yeah.
flew up, they-
Marmalade.
they did, they soared down. You saw something.
Fury, sorry.
You're right.
You saw something soar. Zummyar. Something soar over top of their head, but missed completely as they came back.
Did I catch at all what it was?
It looked like some kind of it looked like some kind of nut of some sorts.
Like something through a nut?
Looks like-
Okay, if it looked like a nut, then I'm looking where it came from.
Someone's trying to Dooku now. So.
On your perception check, you look and see that there that nut gets thrown and then
Flying
gets
nut.
pulled back. You can see that in one of the trees,
Sometimes you feel like
there looks to be like some kind of like antler headed
I walked
tiny little
directly to the nut. pick it
marmoset
up.
that's like inside of a tree. This guy-
Yeah, I pick up the first nut.
Is
no,
that?
no, it didn't fly out. It's like
Oh.
it flew and then it retracted back.
Oh, I see.
Looks like this little magical like marmoset is just trying to like hit things out of the air.
Hey, I look it dead in the eyes and I look over you and say,
Well,
May I
Zummyar,
please?
yeah.
could I please?
Please, what?
You know,
You want to eat it?
yeah.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Do I hear this?
I thought
Oh
you
yeah.
I thought you weren't.
No.
Is it trying to like,
Last time I said no.
Is it trying to fight with?
is it trying to like crack the nut?
Great perception. You begin to hear this creature like connected to it. It's like, man, one of these days.
I'm gonna get one of these fucking days.
Oh,
Let's go right up to it, like this close to its face.
One of these days I might get one of those pixies. I'm gonna get one of the pixies. I don't even get it around the sky. That's what I'm gonna do. One of these days I'm gonna get one of those
Can I
pixies
hear
in the
this?
sky. No.
It's speaking Sylvan, probably.
You can hear it. Yeah.
What's
The
your
pixies are-
fucking?
You'd have to go deeper into the woods to go talk to it.
Yeah,
you
I'm
can
going
yell at it.
right up to it.
Yeah, you're like,
I want to go talk to this fucker. I want to see
You
what's
guys
going
need to go off and go out to this.
And I'm just like,
You see the marmoset like just right up in there, just looking at the dragon. Oh, I see you understand me.
Yeah, I'm a furball. I'm from here. What is your issue with pixies?
No, me, they're tasting those snacks. Don't you think?
Richard.
Well, according to this guy, you're a tasty little snack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can interesting. You got that?
I got a couple.
Yeah. You want to try to do the out in the sky? Why don't you?
You can eat it.
You want to look up in the sky? Come on, let's see you do it. You talk.
Fuck stick.
Oh shit. Okay.
What are you doing?
Hmm?
Why are you doing that?
Can you guys
How you
can you
being like that?
understand each
Why are
other?
you being like that? Yeah, he can't understand. Why are you being like that?
No, you don't make an intimidation check because they don't understand. Let's go something right now, huh? Just trying to say.
Says he's gonna eat you.
Oh, he
I'm
is.
gonna eat him.
Oh, you know, I'm gonna eat you too. I'm small, but I'll eat you from the
What is,
inside.
what is the thing? What is the thing?
Saying if you eat him, he'll eat you from the inside out.
Nice. That's all I needed. I want to pull him out of the tree. How big is
Well,
it?
it's on the tree, so you gotta make an athletics check to Jason.
I'm gonna give her a shot. It's not good. It's a 3.
Can I use my grappling?
Oh wait, I gotta roll these dice.
Fly up to it.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
You
Oh
have-
yeah. Why didn't I do that? Oh.
You can still do that.
What is it, grappling thing?
Oh no, you use your wings if you can get up there. Then.
Yeah. Can I just fly up there? I already rolled. It's too-
I was gonna say, can I use my grappling hook if it fails?
I'm gonna eat this little guy. I think.
Eat him.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do what you want to do.
No, I'm waiting until he's done.
Sure. So would you roll?
Roll a 3.
Oh yeah.
I go, oh yeah, I have wings. I fly up to it.
You try going. He's like, oh, it looks like two be playing that game, motherfucker. He just like gets up and just like a flying squirrel shit, starts taking off. Like through the woods.
You?
He's not going through. He's circling around you. Come on. You feel.
Zummyar.
What's your
Talk to
AC?
me.
What's your AC?
I don't remember. Oh, I have it on my thing.
I'm gonna chuck Nyxi out of your hand.
With my grappling hook in my hand.
Sure.
Just go.
Sure. Yeah.
Talk me.
Go ahead and make an athletics check with advantage.
Oh, I'm not making the
You're
athletics.
helping.
Oh, that's still shit both times.
Oh my god, my ace. Sorry, I have it's an 11.
Plus 5.
This creature misses you with a nut. You see the nut go pulls back as they kind of like toss it and then pull it back with their hand.
Huh. Fear?
Wisdom saving throw.
I
It's
chucked
a
Nyxi.
12.
12.
Yeah.
You just simply get into this tree. You stab the grappling hook into the tree and start pulling yourself up.
No, he tossed
I
me.
chucked-
He chucked me up.
That's a natural 18, that guy.
No, I chucked her at the face.
Like up
Oh,
there with my grappling hook
yeah.
in my
With okay, so 12 is not going to do it.
Ah.
Like it just misses.
Okay, well, I'll
Either
catch
with
her
the
on
fear.
the way
Either
down.
with the fear. You
No,
can feel
squirrel
something.
soup.
You can hear
Oh,
in Sylvan. Oh, trying to make me scared, huh? Oh, needs to work on magic just trying to scare me because he knows he's not scary enough. Oh, big man. Oh,
This guy's making fun of me.
You're just watching this line.
Can I open my scroll?
I'm done with this thing.
I said, hey.
Sacred flame.
I was gonna say, what's going on here?
What is my save? It's wisdom, right?
Yeah,
Then
I
it's
think
15.
I failed.
I go full on scroll soup, but
It's only like a 1d6 or maybe a 1d. It's 2d8.
holy shit.
You might be dead.
Press the fire.
2. That's 8 total.
Big damage, yeah.
He alive still?
Yeah, he's
I
Yeah,
wasn't
I'm gonna
Just
walk
gonna go
over
pick
to
him
him.
up
I
and
know,
break-
yeah, and I look at him and I go, "Where's the nut? Give me the nut. Like, give me the fucking nut."
you see his head. Just like he doesn't understand.
Don't
what
kill
you're
it.
saying.
It's
He
been
doesn't
done.
Give me the nut.
Give him the nut.
He puts his hand out. The nut comes in his hand.
I go, "Cool, I'm gonna grab that fucking thing out of his hand."
He takes it. And you don't understand what he says, but you understand. He's like, "You're gonna need it now." Oh, so.
I'm gonna squirrel suit, just glide down back on Zummyar's back.
You might have made a poor decision.
You see, you were the one in the tree, yes.
I was.
Okay,
Well, I opened my squirrel suit if I was falling.
that's fine.
What?
You said Zummyar is
Or was
distracted.
you in the sky?
Yes.
That's why I said I glided down to his back. I don't want to be in the sky no more. Do I look like I want to be?
Does a 13 hit you,
Wait, who?
Nixie?
Yes.
Okay.
Fuck me, bro. There we go.
Oh, is there a bunch of them? Oh no.
Sound the alarm. And Faelyn's like, does Faelyn know what this is and what's going to happen?
Oh, this little creature is like kind of like a little Fey Marmoset.
Faelyn has continued to walk forward.
You didn't even come with us.
Sure. You're away from this
Yep.
position. Nixie,
What was
take-
not Lang?
How
I
much
am-
damage? No! How much are you rolling?
I am on task.
Holy fuck, no.
take 6 points of bludgeoning damage
Yeah. I hate y'all.
and 15 points of acid damage. As
Next time, just stay with
are you wearing any non-magical armor right now? What armor are you wearing?
A cloak.
Okay. So I'm gonna say for the sake of it, is it non-magical?
It says hide advantages. That's all I wrote on it.
Oh yeah, it's just a camel one. This thing hits you and eats through the cloak and it's completely destroyed. Coming out of one of the trees, you see this like seeping black pool of a creature. It's like kind of lash out of the tree like a sap and just immediately rock sack you as you're descending onto the ground and it hits you and you can just see this giant ooze coming out from this tree right behind you guys.
Run.
Who wants to roll initiative for your group?
So you're choosing run?
I'm super run. Uber run. Duper duper run.
That's not a good one.
What's your roll?
He does not roll for me. He does not roll for me. He doesn't represent me.
Yeah, he does. In this.
Advantage though?
Nope. So Zummyar is the leader of this group, and he rolled a 1, and I rolled a 6, which means that this giant ooze is going to be attacking you guys. And you hear the little voice say, "Nature takes its claim, motherfucker."
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah.
No.
Cool. That's about enough of that.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, bud. I hope that didn't wreck
All
your
right.
day. I hope that didn't ruin your day.
This thing comes down from the sky. It's going to target one of you three.
Is it dead?
Where
That's a
am
natural
I?
19. You're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're falling from this air. Your cloak has been eaten away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it?
Was it dead?
Yeah, the cloak's gone. Your
Okay.
squirrel suit is not, but it could. And then
Can I just instantly go?
No,
And
your
then-
turn.
You.
Zummyar's going to attack you.
Oh, thank God. You with that shit.
Alrighty.
Actually, I don't want you to be hit, but like at the
That
same
is a 19 to hit.
Nope.
All right. You see this giant
black knife scream.
thing
And will you
like sap. Just trying to land on the ground right next to you.
Nice scream.
It's gonna move through. Yeah.
I'm going to scream as loud as I can, like a blood curdling. Just like I want her to hear that they fuck.
I'm saying run.
I fly. I'm literally falling out of the sky right
Did
now.
Faelyn and Mutt hear this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we.
There's no way this thing is fast. Run. Do I know?
We're only like a
If this
block
moves
ahead
as
anyway.
fast.
Take a nature check.
I'm not gonna be.
It's like zombies. Sometimes they're slow, sometimes they're fast.
Mhm.
Depends on what world you're in.
Yeah, true.
Do I know what it is?
Big.
Mm-hmm.
If I come running, do I know what it is?
Take a nature check.
Did you show up just in
A
time?
one.
Richard.
It looks like the trees are attacking them with just straight sap. Yeah, as bad.
One. He rolled a one.
So it's your guys' turn now.
They rolled.
I literally just go zoop, and I just fly right out of
Did
his
I
back.
banish it?
His back.
So
You
you're
just
right
send
on
it away? It's
No,
back,
actually,
okay.
I go right beside him because is there poop on me still?
No, like some of it might have been, but it's just like it hit you and then the acid corrodes inside.
So there's nothing on me anymore. Okay, cool. Yeah, right on his back. And as I latch on, I'm just like, run! Like, let's go. I don't want to be here.
Are we running?
I don't know what that is. Unless we can light it on fire. Maybe we
I'm
should
gonna try
not.
banishing it.
Run.
Want to try banish it?
Yeah.
I mean,
Run.
Wisdom save or charisma save?
It is a it is a charisma.
this one.
Can you read me banish it, please?
Yeah, you attempt to send one creature you can see in range to another plane of existence. The target must succeed a charisma saving throw or be banished. If it's native to the plane you're on, you banish the target to a harmless demi-plane.
Okay, I just need to read that.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a 13. It's charisma save.
Yeah.
13 minus 5. That's an 8.
-5.
Reach out to this creature just to send it away, and all of a sudden the black
That's a 0 or
mask.
1. That's a 1. Run.
Okay, now we run. Now we go.
I need you to roll 2 d20s for me, by the way, for the fear and for the
I'm not running. I'm telling
Oh,
you here
yeah.
to run. I'm on his back.
Yeah, I'm just running.
Like, let's go.
Let's get back on the path and start running.
Are you still holding the dead?
As I run by Phelan, I just say nothing happened. Everything's fine.
Yeah, is he dead? Did I kill it? I didn't kill it,
Is
right?
he like a chicken, like a
This-
goose
this
neck?
dude?
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
he's dead.
snap his neck.
Oh, okay. No, I take the nut first. I take the nut with me.
Do I see this creature before Richard chucks it?
Yeah, you say nothing happened.
And then I see this. I go up to Richard and I kick him in the balls.
Don't break his concentration.
Go ahead and make a con save.
Phelan, we gotta get out of here.
It's gonna reappear because you kicked him in
20.
the balls. Okay, thanks.
I go, oh, yeah!
I think got that chainmail.
Ow,
Might
I
I
felt
suggest-
that where I didn't want
Might I suggest all of you we stay on task? I know I'm
Yeah.
the last person to say this, but right now, stay on the path.
I'm still running, and I say,
Hey,
the Marmoset
run,
was an
yeah.
asshole.
Right? I know that
He deserved it. I was defending my honor of my friends.
You begin to hear the pixies.
Oh,
say,
fuck.
Were they in my hair still? One of
They
them?
saw me kill that thing.
Your friend has brought harm to the natural world. Unfortunately, we will need to tell our mother about this.
Oh, shit.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That
I
was
hear this
a
and I
lot.
just grab one.
you grab Marmalade.
So you're not gonna say shit about fuck.
Faelyn's like, oh my god.
I don't know what he's saying, but I'm swatting his
But
arm
you know,
from
I know
his
it'd be like I was fighting that thing because it was trying to kill my pixies.
He was fighting that thing because he thought you were endangered.
Especially the blue one. The hot one. That's the one I'm worried about.
You're
You
both of
period.
equal attractiveness, he says. And he was help defend you.
Your Christmas stat is showing.
I know.
Your charisma is showing. Go ahead and roll intimidation with
My solid 10 charisma is showing.
intimidation with advantage.
19.
These pixies immediately just say, no, don't say anything. And you just see like little like stars fall from their teeth, from their eyes.
Don't cry. Don't cry.
Hey. I just go.
Crying. And you see Perry like have raindrops fall from her eyes.
Yeah.
Puree. Stop crying.
Put them here.
It's puree.
Period.
There you go.
It's not puree.
It's Puri, not
Puri.
Puri.
Susan.
Sorry.
All she
Freaking
smells is
fucking-
hot, gross breath and
So
Change here.
Everyone, stop.
You start to feel as if clouds begin to kind of pour over space. Mutt looks a little concerned now.
What do I know? Do I
Um,
recognize this?
you can make a nature check. Yeah, it's a low DC for you.
Can I also make a check? Because
No,
I don't know if
just
this is
Faelyn.
okay. I was gonna say I don't know if this is something that I know around here.
12.
Oh, okay. All you can know. So Mutt does kind of explain one thing, but you know that when this happens, like when nature feels disturbed by an unnatural force, nature is going to leave a mark.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And there's a respect that is brought between the path and nature. And nature is now saying, hey, there's something wrong here. And you start to feel as the clouds kind of part, rain starts to fall down on I want you guys to make it I want you to make a charisma check with advantage. You guys make it. You make a regular one. You guys make it with disadvantage.
Oh,
What is this?
It's not saving.
yeah, an 8.
19,
I saying just a check. It's not a saving. It's a check.
Oh, mine's an 8.
One's a 3.
20.
If I smile extra wide, does that give me more charisma?
23.
No.
Got my
Make it
eyes.
lower.
At my eyes.
Disadvantage on this one?
At my eyes.
20.
Just give it like a
20. Nyxi, what'd you get?
8.
But you got a 20 in Zummyar.
You're going down. You're going down harder.
Good to know.
Faelyn walks over to Richard. Everything here is connected. Everything knows everything. You touch something, there's going to be consequences.
Okay.
Be careful.
Okay.
I forgot there's a reason I left this place.
There's
Fucking
actually
minus
been a
six.
concern. I think nature may have marked some of them. This might make things difficult. All right. We
Question.
should go. Yeah.
I got a question for Faelyn. What happens if that marmoset ate a pixie? Wouldn't that disturb the nature, or is it because we're
Everything,
outside?
everything has a consequence.
It's
So it would-
realistically, it's because
mare or whatever the cat thing is.
Is it because I look like I'm fucked?
it's essentially things that aren't native to the Fae, right?
This is the difficulty within this. Like that creature is falling within its natural stint. Like you guys don't know anything about that creature other than the fact that it was just trying to maybe get a pixie or get something out of the sky. Like it was implying being some natural kind of elements. You guys killed it because of what it was naturally.
Yeah.
Oh, 'cause
A
it's
dick?
annoying.
No, you killed it because it was naturally antagonistic. You killed it because it was a natural hunter, and these things that within the laws of the Feywild of this kind of creature, that's what it is. This creature could be this way, and it's not necessarily going to be punished for killing a pixie the same way that pixie wouldn't be punished for turning it into polymorphing it. It wouldn't be punished the same way. That could be a dick move the same way, and that giant sap creature. At the same time, force of nature coming out and attacking you as well. Like that thing is, a defense kind of within these lands. It's probably a predator of some sorts, but it's still an animal. Nature has some kind of response, and when you disturb the natural order, it's literally what's happening right now with the war. And now a cloud kind of looms over you guys as you.
I'm sorry, I kind of forgot
Let's run.
there are rules here, and I got a
Run
little carried
now.
away.
Run.
Okay,
now.
we're still going.
You guys begin to
Heck.
run down the path, making your way up to kind of the outside of this one force. You look out and you behold a massive tree, a few miles away. It's not the biggest tree within the Feywild, but this one is pretty large. There's extended branches. It's glowing almost in the sunlight, and you can actually see far range that there's like some kind of overcast far beyond. An area where it almost seems like there's. You would notice this more is like there's almost a point where there's like negative energy far away.
Yeah. Get to the
Yeah.
tree.
Get to the chopper.
You guys begin to make your way through. Cloud still is no longer
What's
over
that?
you guys, but it is over that one space. No.
Just keep running to the tree.
Yeah, you can keep running.
You guys begin to make your way. As you begin to make your way over the tree, it takes you a little while. You guys are running. Nyxi, you don't feel this with Zummyar, you do. As you're taking the steps across the grass, it's almost as if you're walking down like sticky floors as you walk across the ground.
Why are you slowing down?
Do I know why this is happening? Is this nature's toll, or is this just how the ground is?
Ben's running fine. Richard's running fine, and Richard's almost keeping pace with you.
I'm just yelling faster.
I think nature's mad at me.
It's possible.
What?
Oops.
No, it's my fault. I just got me worked up. I wasn't trying to kill him. I was just trying to knock him out of the sky. But
I mean, this will make you feel better, but I only killed him because I thought it was okay.
That doesn't
You
make
you
any
implied that.
better.
I'm saying it's your fault.
Who's
fair.
his fault?
Sorry, bud.
Faelyn sees what's happening and heads over to Zummyar. And are you still on Zummyar's?
Chilling. Straight up chilling. Holding on,
Okay.
but chilling.
All right, so I suggest that you hop on to me instead.
Probably a good idea.
All right. And I
I
just,
might get like struck by lightning or something. I don't know.
oh, that's and I just climb up onto like do you want me like on your shoulders
Yep.
or just piggybacking stuff?
No, on my shoulders.
On your shoulders so you
Yeah.
can still access your
You got it.
all right. I'm literally just on the shoulders being like, yeah.
Okay, and then I'm
Holding on to
so I'm a little ahead and I'm looking back and said, Zummyar, what's happening?
I don't know. I don't know if this is because I got mad and Sacred Flame that Marmoset, or if it's because I told the Pixies they couldn't tell their mother that Richard murdered the Marmoset.
I think it might have been the former. You're not able to move as quickly.
No, the ground just feels kind of like stick.
How far away?
It feels like a movie theater floor.
3 miles.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the best way I can describe it. It feels like a movie theater floor.
I suggested Richard pick him up. Give it a try.
Don't pick. I'm just gonna keep running. I can move. It's
yeah.
I try picking them up. Can I even do
Yeah,
this?
it's extra.
What happens?
350.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
But
but hear me
Richard-
out. That's an
I wanna see what
18, my
happens.
guy.
Plus what?
That's it. He neutrally said athletics, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You
It's faster if I just run.
Say
Okay.
this was,
Okay.
this is not efficient. I put you down.
Let's
You-
move
you-
quickly.
Firemen can carry them over their shoulders.
It's also not.
I feel like that might be just as challenging.
Nyxi, carry.
All right, let's keep moving quickly. See what happens. My head forward with
Absolutely not.
Nyxi and Mutt.
I'm right now being carried.
I'll
by-
stay back. I say you guys go ahead. I'll stay back.
No,
a
we
little
don't
bit.
separate. Remember
No,
last
we're
time we
not
separated?
I'm
separating.
not saying out of eye distance or anything, or earshot or anything. I'm just saying get like maybe 50 feet ahead of me just in case.
You wanna
All
go?
right.
Zummyar, you do notice something inside of yourself. There's a fire burning in you. And you don't. This is weird. It's weird. Something's like you're feeling this, and you kind of like look at the ground. Some of the grass doesn't. It just looks like it's kind of like, that kind of thing in the fall when the grass starts to lose its color, dries out a little bit.
Am I kind of like singeing it? Can I like inspect it?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
50.
Something seems to be emanating from you here, and it seems to be doing something as if your own natural, or what is it like? Its effect on nature is kind of revealing something to you, and your interior person is beginning to affect this some way. But it's weird. The only thing you could think of that was in that fire was that thing you just connected with earlier in the day. You're not angry, you're just different.
Hot.
You guys need to keep going. We get about halfway there. You guys can see coming up towards you all about 6 horses galloping across the land here, holding radiating spikes that are kind of like glowing in this bright light. You guys kind of like shield your eyes from it. Not too bad, it's not too harsh, but you can still like feel that.
Dial it back.
Yeah. Give more like a 3 or a 2. Yeah. Now give me just like irritated. Yeah. More disgusted. Can I get a little irritation?
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, you guys have got some training.
Learn from the best. All right. Then continue to go through.
Learn from the dawn. Continue.
You begin to see.
Fuck. It's on the podcast. No. I wasn't getting any work
I'm
anyway.
ashamed of
I
that.
wasn't getting work anyway. Who cares?
I learned from the dawn, and I'm very glad I did.
Bell.
The dawn is someone I love. You begin to gallop across, or they begin to gallop across. You begin to see, and we begin encircled by these 6 centaurs. All of them from armor, their hair kind of like shaved back and pulled through into these like war ponytails or mohawks, or just like completely shaved off entirely. They have these tribal tattoos marked upon them with their spears. They present them, but the light, they extinguish the light, like just kind of like phase it out, like dismiss it when they realize that you guys are not affected by it. They are all carrying with them shields and these long pikes. Coming up in front of you all, an armored centaur begins to come up. She stands upright. Her hooves are like mounted, and she's like speeding fast. Like her hooves are moving at a faster pace than the rest of them.
Faelyn starts to smile.
You begin to see coming up towards him. Halt! There! She stops suddenly, brings up the pike just so ever gently towards all of you, and she says, immediately looks at all of you. All right, I want to know exactly all of you. Register your names. Tell me now, who are you?
Commander Lefaya, I
She
assume?
looks immediately and says, Mutt, this way, come through. Mutt immediately pulls up on the side.
Hi, I'm Nyxi.
Listen.
Faelyn.
Yes. Commander Lefaya.
Yes. Been looking forward to meeting you.
Pulls back this pipe for a moment. You were one of the noble daughters, brought through in the course. Your mother and father fought for our causes. You were also the one that was sent off, yes?
Yes.
Yes. And you have returned.
Yes.
Seems with clouded company. Explain to me right now why we should not stick each and every single one of these people on the spot, and each of the centaurs immediately lowers their pikes.
I know what it looks like. They have been with me through many battles. I trust them. They are a little chaotic, but they are going to help us. Believe me.
Chaos is one thing, but the other thing we need to make sure is nature's order is brought through here.
Yes, I understand.
Got you why I'm fluid.
We saw
Interact.
nature's disturbance healing up. Mark point the cloud. Very similar off to this. Gestures out. You can see that there are small little clusters of clouds beginning to kind of form up. Not too far from the tree.
They are not yet. Some are not yet understanding the ways of the Feywild. I take full responsibility.
Very good. As you should.
Sorry.
Speak.
I said sorry. I don't understand what if you guys are speaking. Are you speaking Sylvan or are you guys speaking common?
You're speaking common.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna say, yes, I apologize.
Hi, Zummyar, Bayhorn, from the Elderwood. Haven't been in Feywild in a very long time, but from the Elderwood.
It seems you have brought someone from another sacred wood. How did you come to acquire one from so many far regions away?
We met on the road in Amiria.
Well, well,
I hope
these are all here. Now, she kind of lives a motion down with her head. Now, what is this?
Richard,
Is she speaking common?
Mhm.
Okay.
the redeemed.
Yes.
Faelyn just sends out, please be civil in her mind.
He looks up the pick on her side with the shield over his head. She looks to you.
I just this Richard like
Now she begins to actually speak Sylvan at this point to you and to you. Now, I do not know what Mutt has informed you about the nature of what it is that you've called them on to for here. Mutt, thank you very much for your services in retrieving these allies. Mutt was, yes. Explain to me what you have told them. I told them that you needed a beacon tree. We need to. One else needed to. All right. We have reason to believe that we are going to be attacked on two different fronts here. There is a front that is going to be burrowing deep inside of the roots themselves, and they are trying to turn the tree over. Not simply just try to corrupt it, but they want to spread their potential corruption into the roots. And if they can't do that, they will simply upturn the tree. They've done it before. So we want to make sure that we can avoid corruption at all costs, as it takes a little bit less time, but they will also try to upturn it to be quick.
And the other?
I have that mixed up. I apologize. It will take longer to corrupt, but it will also have lasting devastation upon the land. And if they are going to actually try to upturn the tree, it is something that is the last resort to them. There's also another force that is going to be charging directly towards us, we feel. The nobles have been doing it forever, and they simply do it just because they have the cannon fodder to do so. They just send them outwards and just allow us to take them down with our archers. But, of course, there are also some that try to sneak through in this. Although I don't know how it will happen. We think that's why they were going to be sending two teams.
I can certainly understand how to battle the latter, but how does one battle the former?
The former is one that we have situated underground. They said, come with us. Come on. And
Yep,
she just
come.
run onto her back.
I come.
Okay.
Sure.
Yep.
Centaurs allow you all to come up onto their back.
I'm just holding on.
One of
to
them like feels Richard.
Oh, thank you.
The centaurs bring you to the beacon tree.
Thank you.
The tree is grand in its size, hundreds and hundreds of feet high. You can see it extend outwards. The base kind of section of this tree, probably like the first maybe 70 to 100 feet of it is actually kind of carved out where there's people kind of moving through. There's probably more up above, but there's still spaces where it allows for the tree to just be itself.
Faelyn starts cheering up again.
So we can make your way. There's something that's very special here as you see that as you enter the radius of the actual tree, you start to notice that effect take place. You step through into it, and all of a sudden, the mystical wonder of the twilight of the Feywild seems to have this place encompassed and circled. This is hallowed ground here, a place that is being protected and has been awakened in some way to make sure that it is aware of it's given a purpose and connection so that everyone knows when something comes to this tree, it will have warnings dedicated. It's like almost been programmed in that way. Now begin to make your way up towards the actual tree. There are like kind of like trench dugouts that are set, but there are like kind of walkways that are set above the trenches to kind of like there's rings around it essentially, so that the tree has like a space around. They're not too deep because they don't want to dig too deep into the earth. But every one of the dugouts has like these like sharp protrusions around them, kind of preventing anyone to maybe go too far too fast. It's a lot of stuff where you could like jump across, but it'd be very difficult. You begin to make your way across these paths, going up to a set of doors that are featured. As you make your way up towards the doors, they are around you in kind of the patrolling areas. There are people that are up in armaments and clothing, gear that is like registered. People are like kind of like grappling up the tree, but with these like kind of like natural holds, like they're kind of just like free solo climbing this actual tree. They have kind of ropes and pulley systems. They tether them down as they're kind of coming down from branch to branch, sending things off, tossing people some equipment, getting some stakes hammered into the trenches. You get your way up to the door. The centaur presents a ring that they have on their hand, and as they ring this up, door phases out, and then you have full access to the interior of the actual tree. The actual interior is like a spiral staircase that moves between different areas, and you can see there's even more people kind of like gathering up supplies and moving weapons and armaments. You can see them also bringing food to each other that is brought in from the tree itself. Pass it around. Lafaya says, this tree is one of the oldest and sacred spaces within our lands.
I hop down and I put my hand on the...
You feel the wood, and it's soft to the touch. Not like a rotted soft, but like one that's warm and sturdy. You just feel it, and it's like it's been
I feel energized.
safe here. Now, anyway,
Did anything happen when my tears hit the wood?
your tears kind of fell through, and as they brought through, you can begin to see that they what is it called? It's not. See, there's not a lot of sprouts that come through to it. They would have to be cut down and like kept in that kind of way. But what happens is they fall, and there's a moment where you hear a voice.
Welcome.
You feel yourself kind of move this space, the majesty within it, the golden glow of the actual tree. And the Fae begins to kind of issue out orders, but you just bring it in wonder.
I just take my sleeve and dab, like, because I'm here, I just kind of dab under her eyes. Like, there.
Thank you.
Lafaya says to all of you, all right. So we can expect two different attacks. One that will come to the main door, and the other one that will go underground. We have an actual space that has not compromised the actual security of the tree. It's not too far out. But we have also dug out a space under between the roots to respect the tree, but also to allow it to know that we need to protect it. It's not far from here, but there is not a direct line from the tree to up top. We made sure of that in case any of them tried to breach through. We don't want anyone to ambush our forces below and give them a chance to actually exit.
Where do you want us?
I'll honestly leave it to your discretions. You know each other better than I know you. If you feel that you would be best to handle an onslaught from the branches to sail with archery, then work on the interior if anyone is to breach, although I highly doubt it, then more through there. The underground is where I'm most concerned, but I also don't want to be using anyone that is efficient in the ways of distance combat. It's very difficult for anyone to be underground and focused. There's a lot of routes that are brought in, can cause a lot of problems with cover and a lot of issues with an eye line. So
I look at Zummyar immediately. Up or down?
We split up.
I think it wise we stay together. We're used to fighting with each other. But what say you?
Oh, I'm gonna be at all
I
distance
mean,
fighting.
That's
I
all I
feel
can
like
do.
you guys are all distance fighting.
I'm pretty
I'm
both.
more close range for the most part, but I can stay back, use some of my ill mattery magic,
More
and try
feral.
to do some healing.
Yeah, I can also do. Be good for at least somebody. Should we all stay together?
Yeah.
We probably should stay.
Yeah.
I can use my scroll suit. Hopefully I don't get
You agree? I think we should stay up top.
Like, what is this break thing? What is she talking about? What is this break?
My brother taught me apparently
It's a
if
weird
you go
gnome
break
thing.
and everybody like breaks apart. Like,
It
they
is,
they fall
it is a
apart.
weird
No,
gnome thing.
no, we want to
Yeah.
stay together.
Whatever.
No, but
How
we're
the
supposed
material-
guys, it's just a thing. Roll with it.
I don't understand these gnome things.
So technically we're a group, so we're one and then we break apart.
I understand exactly what you're talking about.
So
Yeah,
they
you're
fall
right.
into
It's called a
pieces.
huddle.
Yeah, exactly. It's how it's called.
It's a huddle. Yeah.
Well,
We don't have those
Let's
anymore.
unbreak now and get up.
Unbreak. No, because unbreak is going together, but we want to like go break it so that we can talk.
I just start walking away from it. This circle.
Yeah, Zummyar is gonna go sit in a corner and
Is that right
meditate
first?
for like 5
That's something that we play with, like when in the olden days, like when we didn't have a war going on, we would actually like celebrate. We actually do it for morale sometimes, where we have our like games with the centaurs, and we go through and break huddle that.
I feel like they're trying to make this better, but they just walk away from me and I don't really feel good.
Yeah, I just am going to meditate. in a
I'm
corner.
still going to stay with
That's because I'm on you.
Pipe slam on the ground.
But I do appreciate you.
I want all of you to come back and apologize to this one immediately. You understand?
I'm sorry.
I want you to say it out loud so that everyone can hear you say it.
I apologize, Nyxi, for not understanding the break.
Thank you, Faelyn.
Sorry, Nyxi.
Sure, sorry.
And I sit down and I start meditating.
That is the first sorry I got in a long time or ever.
If all of you want to stick together as an operating unit, you need to be functioning like one that respects each other.
Exactly. I'm a queen.
Yeah, so like the one that sicked a
She
god on us.
she looks right at you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Say it out loud so everyone can hear you.
I'm sorry.
No one person's pride goes above another person's.
Never.
I'm already meditating.
I'm agreeing. What do you
Alright.
want from me?
You guys have all decided to go into the main part of the train. You all begin to kind of just like take your time, preparations to be here.
Meditating on the anger, letting my temper get the best of me with them on so.
Let's go do that.
Zummyar has a temper.
You all. Excuse me. The day begins to come closer to an end, like as the night begins to come. You guys begin to hear them, everyone begins to shout, and Lefea begins to say, they'll be coming at night. Everyone, prepare yourselves. And Lefea, what they get is they get these sets around the rings of the trees. They have these kind of like two-way drawbridges kind of set. In the event they are needed, the centaurs will like come out and charge upon them to like push back creatures. that are actually beginning to make their way across the trenches at some point. They are getting all of their defenses kind of upright. Archers begin to go up along the main branches. You can begin to see like a couple, like a near dozen of them kind of begin to situate and getting themselves set. These are like highly trained archers. These are not just the normal tribal people that Mutt and her tribal leaders begin to prepare to go. They're going to go to the roots. They're going to go take care of that.
I head to Lefaya before she leaves and says, "I see what your plan is here. Would a ground of thorns help, or should I not do that if your forces are charging them? Because they are forced into a small area across those bridges, are they not?
If they are going to be coming across the trenches, they already have the spikes set up. So we have spikes set and are delaying their actual travel time, making them slower targets so that they can be picked off easier from anyone who is up above the bridges.
You already have them set.
However, if you do want to like stay on the ground area and lay these out in the event they do break past the trenches,
It's a spell.
I'm well aware of that.
Okay.
I'm not assuming that you're just walking around with a bunch of spikes and gonna say, I'm gonna plant
That's
these.
the way you put it. Sorry.
No, I understand. I know. I've seen your kinds before.
Yeah.
The effectiveness of that would be good if they were trying to break through the door. However, they cannot access the door without my ring or one of anybody else's rings to come through. Otherwise, they have to
burn out.
manually try to destroy and break through it.
Okay, I won't do it then.
What if they try
Thank you.
lighting the tree on fire?
So,
I'm on top of her still. I have not gone down. So I'm kind
Well-
of just curious.
the tree is massive. It's healthy. It's consecrated.
Mhm.
The risk could be if it comes down from the roots, they could deaden it, weaken it, and then that could bring out some form of flammable material towards it. That could cause that, but we know that fire is not their main end goal. They most want to corrupt it.
So let's say someone threw a giant fireball from like branches. If it's still healthy, it won't catch on fire. You can guarantee that. I don't know how to turn something.
You can guarantee that.
It would certainly singe some of the bark, but I don't think it would immediately cause it unless there was sustained fire put on it.
I'm just making sure because we're in a giant wooden fortress. I'm just a little.
Of course.
Don't start a fire in here.
We have fire security that's set. Do you want to be part of the fire team?
There's fire hydrants here, here.
We have safety corners out here. Many places throughout there. We have the space
It's
across.
called a
They are
distinction.
held up inside of the branches. They are waiting with repel and take out any fire that could threaten any of the vulnerable areas.
Okay, I'm just double
Their hot
checking.
spots are make sure that they're maintained. We have no hazardous materials around here.
But what's someone like with a giant fireball?
Why are you asking such a very specific
I'm-
question?
Yeah, why the fireball? Why you bring that up?
Do you use fireball?
No,
I don't know anybody who does.
I don't
bring it
either.
up. Double checking.
Moves away from you at this moment, just kind of like
I'm
an eye on
gonna
that
be
one.
done. So
I don't know. Yeah.
let's go.
Pretend to be fun.
So I guess this is my question. Who's going on the branches?
We
Who's
all
gonna stay on the inside of the tree in case anyone tries to break through? And then is anybody gonna go watch the trench lines themselves, like beyond that area, to kind of like be main protection for the door?
I'm gonna be up in the branches.
I think I would be too.
I guess we're all up in the branches.
I don't think we get that choice.
I apparently don't. Wherever they go, I have to kind of go with
I
this.
said, who goes in the branches, who goes and stays on the inside of the tree, and then who goes by the trenches?
Yeah, you could have. We're in the same general area. so
Might
we're
be
all
better if I
together.
go in the trenches.
I'll stay
That's what
inside
I'm
the
thinking.
tree, I guess. Unless, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Mhm.
I'll stay inside the tree.
How far away from the branches to the trenches? Dumb question.
Right?
No,
Distance wise, it's about 80 feet.
80.
Okay, so we could.
Minus
There's
20,
60 feet. Yeah.
minus 25.
Yeah, so I
Couple
won't be able to
things.
see. I won't be able to see Zummyar.
But if I'm halfway point, I can yell.
Won't be able to see shit.
I'll
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like Faelyn's gonna. That's branches. That's her guest up. So
Yeah, I'll stay inside as like a middle person. Close enough to heal them if need be, but
Okay.
You three go up onto the branch. You go down the trench, out through the main door. You guys have a very clear scope of the field, basically from where the trenches like almost kind of start. Once those rings kind of hit, you kind of have a visual on everything.
Okay.
The effective range is that of about 100 and I like going off of like a hypotenuse, I would say about maybe 120 feet, maybe pushing it to like nearly 140 or 150 at the farthest end. But it's basically effective in anyone who wanted to use like the longbow kind of stuff. That's kind of like the main focus that they have. There's other spells that can maybe make contact closer, but Zummyar, you have a full scope of what's in front of you. As the day kind of comes to an end, you notice that there's a lot of pockets of clouds beginning to accumulate closer and closer. As darkness begins to come through, there's a moment where you can see that far off in the distance, there's a certain area that almost kind of becomes curtained. Darkness. What do you guys do to prepare?
stretch.
False life.
All right, roll a d20 for me, please.
1.
Go ahead and roll some percentile dice. for me.
Oh, Ben. Plump. That's the whole guy. Okay. He's
Pray for
nice talk. And he also says, I
40.
penis B.
Penis what?
40.
you were getting. Hey, you're getting 2d10 hit points.
Penis is the option that he chose.
Everything's okay. But that doesn't count for my false life. So okay, I have false life. Cool.
Yeah, you would regain. How much health do you have left?
I'm maxed out right now.
You're maxed. Cool.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be nice.
Oh,
Richard, rather than roll the regular false life things, you can roll 2d10 for this instead.
okay.
Same benefits that you get with it, but roll 2d10 instead.
Okay.
18 extra points of
18
life.
temporary hit points as you feel the surge. You feel that power begin to innate and coat your body here. You feel good.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
I want to use an action.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do my primeval awareness.
Okay, how does that work exactly?
Just says use an action to learn my surroundings. Really learn them. See what's maybe get a better.
Sure. How what is exactly that it's focusing on?
Right.
It's like a bunch of you can see here because it's more specific than what level spell are you casting?
1.
You don't watch it.
Okay.
So sorry.
I'll pick my defense.
Keep it
Absolutely.
Please.
You can use your action and expend 1 spell slot to focus your awareness in the region around you. For 1 spell, you can sense whether the following types of creatures are present.
I mean, maybe I wait. I don't know, but I think I want to do it.
Sure.
Shouldn't have
Alrighty.
launched that.
So you extend your primeval awareness. There's quite a few things that you feel. You can feel quite a bit of undead presence. Weak, but prominent. You can detect Fey. There's a lot of Fey. There's a lot more kind of on the ground floor area, but there's also a couple that are down below. Feel that? Oh, you don't detect that one. You're in your favorite terrain. you do detect this one. And it's bad. Let me see how this is set.
It's gonna be really bad.
It's big.
It's gotta be.
That's gotta be gay.
That's gotta be Kane.
They said that's gotta be gay. I was like, okay,
gotta
I
be
missed
Kane
something. I
Cole.
zoned out for a
I
second.
said that too.
Oh, never.
Come on.
Because I have penis speed.
Faelyn, you detect kind of a
Penis B,
feels like a
penis
mix,
two.
but it's not really.
B, not A, B, or A, not A, not C, B.
You detect that there's a draconic presence.
And it's only
You've never used this ability before, but you recognize this presence. It's the same one that you had when you were in Yasgard. That feeling, but it's distorted in some way with something else.
Direction.
Seems like it's going to be coming right behind you guys. Because it's moving and it's getting closer. The other presents are beginning to form up, but one of them is in a constant state of motion. Make a perception check for me.
All of us?
No, just Faelyn.
The one who's been doing all the work.
I can't really do anything right now. I can just wait for the fight.
14.
14. Okay. Okay.
No, I don't think one goes through. It's a fight, or he's gonna end it before the fight.
Well, Ben must leave.
You have no idea where this thing is in the
Six
sky,
minutes.
and that worries you. You can't hear wings. You can't hear anything.
Has Commander Lafayette and her bunch already left?
They're already at the base of the tree. Yeah, they're all situated. You can see that people are.
How far away from my branch is that? 'Cause I
Oh, it's
don't
80
know.
feet. Yeah, they're down below. Yeah,
Oh, they're in the trenches with me?
yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I thought they went,
Yeah,
underneath.
They're sent. They're set. You guys are set kind of like off at the end of the trenches, like kind of like
I'm climbing down and telling her.
you're making your way down off the branch.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna make your. You want to try to repel?
Yeah.
Okay, make an athletics.
Yeah.
Or acrobatics, your choice.
Oh no, acrobatics. 27. This is sexy, guys. Watch that.
Yeah. You begin to make your way down, flowing
Bam.
through. You get down to the point where you're hanging down. And you see Commander Lafayette strong, standing there with her and her allies, making their way through.
Yeah, I run right up and actually, and I tell her exactly what I felt. That there's a draconic presence coming from behind us, and I can't tell where, but it is big and it's bad.
Oh no.
And I don't know what to do about it.
She looks out. And immediately. So see something. You son of a bitch. Want to prime your awareness, did you? Let's see here.
I got him.
Dissolves in a pile of bones and
It collapsed this phone
Flammable.
structure. Why'd you do that?
I don't know if that's what would happen.
This is what happens when you do drugs. All this commercials,
This
they'd
is
be
your
like
brain on
spitting each
Conflict,
hair.
got no bones
Yeah.
anymore.
It says the Fazru was here.
What's the buzzer?
Says the Fazru.
Cool.
Is that bad?
Is the great shadow.
Oh, you brought me a tree.
Winged horror. He's on his way.
Yes.
What if we were to take out this winged horror? What would that do to the rest of them?
The rest of them will still come. Won't change anything. He is simply one terrifying entity, but he is powerful. It's not impossible, but no one has been able to fall him, and he has destroyed and decimated entire villages, single-handedly uprooting his own trees and destroying many parts of the Feywild, getting it ready for desecration.
Then we need to get high in the tree, do we not?
Being higher in the tree, there's less of a chance to be able to pick him off. Fewer cycles. We'll keep everyone else safe. It would also mean that we're going to be more exposed on the ground. Our archers won't be able to reach them from the position that they are in. They're in a perfect vantage spot now.
I think my group can be helpful with this one.
Wait, aren't you there?
Send my forces up. Find them in the tree. Make sure they can keep an eye out. Stay on the branch. Help what you can.
What?
Okay.
I'm here in the trenches, so
Yeah, you're here.
what is Safazro?
Safazro. These are the great shadow dragon.
I thought it was supposed to be
The blue shadow dragon.
The scatty.
We've heard rumors of his horror. We've not faced him ourselves.
All right. I'm not expecting a dragon.
Okay, so just to be clear, not saying this to her because I don't sound like an idiot, but she said go back to where I was and just
Evacuate the other archers.
okay.
You guys stay, is what she was gonna say.
Okay.
You guys stay and do what you can.
All right.
Also
So-
sacrifice us.
I will get back up and do.
She offered to say that they can help.
You didn't say anything.
You get up on the way. There's like about a dozen archers here.
Well, I tell them exactly what.
Many of the archers are panicked. They're not.
Yeah.
And they start to make their way across nimbly. Some of them like crawling up on the side of it, grabbing the branches, like moving through as they can't get past you guys. Leaving to make their way, going deeper, going up to these kind of like arrows, slit notches in the actual tree trunks. You guys are set there.
Outstanding.
Dragon.
A dragon.
Well, they show up. Do they show up back up in the tree? Are you guys up in the trees? Yeah,
How long does the primeval awareness last?
A minute.
Okay, great.
Uh,
I'm gonna stay focused on that.
I'm gonna ask them what's going on. Like, I do.
I mean, you're down.
I'm up in the trees.
The branches.
Yeah.
Used to.
I explain the same thing.
So we got, why do we have to stay? Why would we stay?
There, well, I kind of volunteered us to do some damage to this dragon.
Remember when you kicked in the balls earlier?
Yes, I do.
Hey, it wasn't my turn. This is not my time. I brought the dragon last time. Now there's another dragon?
Yes.
I don't have my genie. Can I call for Thor again? No, he said I
We're also.
can't.
Can you imagine Thor? Oh my God,
Coming around again.
Thor in the Feywild. Oh,
And then just.
You would- the you shit would. out
of Richard.
He wants me bad.
And the other dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So I have turned the opposite way from the way I was on the branch. I'm watching that way.
You hook her down.
We're
So you
going
can keep a hold action in that whole space.
big round song. We're going to talk because the dragon's come along and killing us. We're gonna die. And I'm gonna end up in the Asgard again, but Thanos is going to murder me.
I don't know if I'm ready to die again.
Thanos? Or
Think I'll-
Talos. Talos.
I think I'll be the sense of the abyss again if I die, and I really like to.
Well,
Do you stay on the branch, Richard?
yeah, we got
Here we
this.
go again.
It's just a dragon.
You and me, my friend.
Zummyar is definitely having
It was
his
just
moment. of, like,
Inagu, it was just Mount Celestia.
all the way back
And
here.
yet-
Get
Thor,
Killbagger.
And yet we are here.
Let's try it.
But I'm staying in the trenches with Commander.
Fuck.
Leia.
Okay.
You're staying down there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the trees.
Turn to it and I go, good one. Turn back to Rome. Took me out of my moment. Good one, nice.
I'm just like, die. I'm like hysteric almost, but I'm trying to make light of it. That's what I'm trying to do. Like, we're doing this again, guys. We're gonna die again. And this time I don't have DeJarno.
All right.
Did you say the genie's name was DiGiorno?
Yeah.
He's
As
a
in, like-
genie. He's
As in like
As
some
in-
pizza?
Yes.
his name. His type of genie is a de genie, and I was like,
This
okay,
is
then
what I've been
DeJarno.
thinking this whole time. Yeah.
Okay, yes, chef, heard. Yeah.
But there's no DeJarno in this world. It's just
There's DiGiorno. Lord.
it's a DeJarno.
You guys
You liked it. He didn't go to me.
situated in your positions, holding tight, ready to go. arrow notched, waiting for something to come through the branches, something to come up along the horizon line. You guys wait. And then things come out of the darkness. And we're gonna see exactly what those are next time.
Oh yes.
I'm out at night. Breaks come out at night.
Ah. Post credits.
That's what we're gonna play right now. It's still recording.
Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off.
We'll play it in a second there. We want to. Thank you guys so much for listening to all this. It was a lot of fun.
What a roller coaster this was.
Oh my gosh. I had to compose myself. That was I kind of like blacked out when I just started laughing. Like genuinely. I don't know what happened.
I get that.
I have to see how long it was for. It felt like forever. Oh, that was funny. Oh my gosh. Well, hey, thank you guys so much for watching this. We'll see you guys next time in this crazy Feywild Shadowfell fight. See you guys again. Bye.
Bye.